The Wild Wild West.
She's going.
And we're live. Jeff Dye, thank you for joining the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, I'm telling you, standing podcasts are the future.
This is
enough
it.
of the sitting. Enough sitting and talking. I think it's just podcasters are getting lazy.
I agree.
Podcasts are more important than ever, dude. After this election.
Nailed it. Also, most of us are stand-up comics.
That's what I'm saying.
Standing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Do you rock the stool at all on stage?
Never.
Me either, bro.
You know what that stool is? It's a tiny fucking table for my drink and set list. That's all that is.
It's not a seat. I
Make
agree.
it a table.
I agree. I think it is. Some people like the stool. Some people like the stool.
Yeah.
I could never. I couldn't even.
Some people love the stool.
Some people love the stool,
Yeah.
but I couldn't imagine sitting like that. You know.
It also seems so arrogant when a comic sits down. Like
But it can play. It can play well if you
I've
sit down.
lectured
It
a few
looks-
young comics. I'm going, what are you doing?
Get your fucking ass
What are
off
you?
there.
You talk about jerking off and you're sitting?
If true, if you're a fat black guy, for some reason it's just like it kind of works.
Right.
Sit on the stool. You also have a towel. so it's
Patrice
like-
waited 20 years before he sat on the fucking
yeah,
stool.
True. It
Yeah.
is a pretty nuts move.
Are you
Some
guys
people
telling me
pull
to
it off.
stand up?
No.
Okay.
No, we just, dude. That was just. You're just being. Dude, you're being.
Yeah, that seemed like we were just projecting on her.
No, Lemaire, you were doing.
These fat black guys always sitting.
You're doing a good service for us right now because we usually have a third podium, but we already established everything. And I'm like, Lemaire, it killed him. He wanted to be standing with
I
us.
love it. Well, also, what do you think about these becoming a part of stand-up comedy?
I mean,
you might
dude,
introduce that.
How nice would this be? It's clear. You can still see what's going on. You can have all your stuff. I'll throw a laptop under here sometimes. I
Yeah.
can just access all my stuff.
And think about how poignant it would be to walk out in front of the podium now. It'd be like very
Yeah,
important.
man.
Oh yeah, you're like, I have something to say. You know,
Yeah.
like with your. And also,
they can still see you. I can be like, and then I'm
yeah.
fucking my wife, and they can
Also,
see.
I never know what to do with my other hands. I know that's a Will Ferrell thing. Like, what do I do with my hands? But have you noticed, like, even your boy, it's like he's always on the
Two-hand,
thing.
yeah.
Like I do it behind my back that I hate. I hate that I do that.
Like you're a magician.
Yeah, I hate that I do that. I'll sleep into myself like, I fucking suck. Why am I doing that? I've been doing this long enough. I should know what to do with this hand.
Yeah, I do. For a while, I stopped doing stand up for a while, and I came back, and I noticed I was aping the double hand
for sure.
Gillis signature. So then I used to have like a power like PC principle, just one hand right here, one hand by my, and I've gotten back to that where one hand's by my side, and I just kind of move around with this hand.
Yeah,
I'll do
I
like-
hate the pocket. I did
I
it
can't do
recently.
pocket,
I think
yeah.
I did it on Sunday, and I go, what am I doing? Immediately took it out. Rogan holds the mic. Hate it. I think Rogan holds the mic the worst. Like a snow cone.
Yeah.
You go, what are we doing?
The bottom, the
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
bottom.
Yeah, like on the actual cable.
I'm scared to
itself.
touch that part of the microphone.
Yeah, I know. That's the
choke up.
connection.
Yep, I choke up right around. I guess it's called the head of the microphone.
Oh,
I
you
choke
do the
up right up
head.
the glands. Yeah, I
That's
choke
the
up
Eliza Schlesinger. She's like a hip hop artist. You go, what are you doing?
No, I just hold it right in the middle, dude, right
Me
in the
too.
grip, and I just keep it right here, and I talk the entire time.
Yeah.
I've tried to do like mic in the mic stand kind of talking.
Oh, that's tough too. I start
That's-
fucking with the stand, and then it's like I do the two. I've done the two hands most of my career. I think Gillis is ruining it for us because now everyone goes, oh, he's doing Gillis. You go, I'm just holding the fucking mic. I don't know what
Yeah.
to do with this other hand.
Two hands when I'm like really dying. If I feel like I'm dying on stage, I'll throw that other hand on the mic, just kind of like, come on, guys. But yeah, dude. So you did a bunch of you were with the campaign with Trump. What was
Yeah.
that like talking? How many people were there?
Wait,
by the
firstly,
way?
congratulations. You-
Oh, big
Congratulations on
win,
winning.
dude. Yeah, I've never felt better. I've never felt better.
True, man. You were
There's
like
so many things I could talk about on this. I wasn't with Trump himself as far as those are like the actual presidential campaign, but there's all these other organizations that do things to campaign.
Got you.
You won't believe the group I was with.
Well, I'd be curious to learn about them.
They're called Log Cabin Gay Republicans.
Whoa.
Did you know that was a thing?
Yeah.
You were getting gay Republicans
Yeah.
fired up?
Oh, dude, it was the
They
best.
knew what they were doing too. You're a handsome, tall
I
man.
felt-
They
I felt
felt
great.
the eye candy.
I was like, gay Republicans? That's a thing? We're
Dude,
growing, you know? This is-
Damn.
Dude, gay Republicans, and they used to hate black people. They're new. Black people are new to Republican Party.
I don't know if you know that Abraham Lincoln was a Republican.
Yeah, but then for a while there.
I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know about his work. What is this idea that
Yeah, Lemaire,
Republicans?
forget about all of our grandparents, dude.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln was Republican.
Also,
dude.
slavery had nothing to do with racism. It's free work. It's a leverage of power. That's all it is. Money. You go, wait, now I have to pay these fuckers? Look at Amazon right now. They just got a bunch.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I
Personally-
hear your logic, but I
Yeah.
do think when you go, those guys are all the slaves, it's kind of racist. You're like, yeah.
That was like a poverty thing. Guess who sold us the slaves? Black people.
True.
Rich
But-
black
true.
people.
Come on, Jeff. I agree with you. Slavery is the perfect way to build an economy. Yes, but like,
Yep.
you know,
It's still terrible. We agreed it's bad and got rid of it. It's fucking sad. When are we going to let these Chinese ones that we got in...
True.
When do we let these Chinese children slaves go?
There are a lot of
one thing at a time, you know?
true. There are still a lot of slaves in the world.
Sure.
Don't like I said, if you're getting upset at the number of slaves, there's a lot of slavery.
I love that like LeBron James is like the civil rights. He's reading Malcolm X upside down and he's acting like he cares about slavery while he's dripping in Nike.
Yeah.
Like you're wearing the slave clothes.
Yeah.
But third world countries, it's not slavery. It's just there's just not enough money, so everyone's a slave by default.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they would pay
They'll
those
take
guys.
the job. They're like 5 cents a day.
Yeah.
Please.
There's just no money, so it's like they're just slaves by default. Although some of them are probably honestly slaves. If you're like a factory guy in a third world, you could probably have like a head stash of slaves and just be like, yo, go in there with my paid workers.
Dude, yeah.
There's a lot. There's still a lot of slaves. Sex slaves.
Sex slaves. Yeah, like we have sex trafficking in our own country. Like those are slaves, and that's just a leverage of power. It's sad. You know, we all agree slavery is bad, but when people try to pretend like it only happens to black people, I'm like, grow up, read some things.
Yeah, that's true. They're the hot potato. They got caught with the hot potato.
They're like the cool slaves.
Yeah, they got caught last.
But
for real, it is totally devastating.
Native Americans had slaves.
They did.
India, like every place. I dare you to find me a place that didn't have slaves.
The whole world. It was a global institution.
Yeah, for sure.
That was technically
we had it for less than 100 years and got rid of it.
It was ended by the British. Yeah, we tried it on. We said
this feels icky. I'm claiming I'm Christian.
Wait, you said ended by the British?
Yes, it was.
It wasn't ended by the British.
Who ended it? Who ended slavery? Who chased other ships down? Who?
Abe, dude, our boy.
No, the British for real. Like they went to war.
Weren't they the guys just like they were like, all right, we colonized the world. Now let's save it.
Well, the colonization, like that's a tricky one too. I can't believe we're getting into all this.
True.
It's the podium. This is the podium.
It is the podium. But yeah, it was. I swear to God, the British, like Mexico, stopped slavery, but they didn't like get ships and like chase slave ships around the fucking ocean. Like Britain like persecuted it. But I also think it could have been like we're stopping slaves. You can't have them because they didn't want anyone getting the fucking.
There also might not be anything more diverse than slavery.
What do you mean?
Well, it's every land. It's every person. It's a leverage of power. Yeah. Hardly racial at all.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's crazy to be like it wasn't. It was definitely.
Wait till the Repub starts saying leverage of power next year.
Yeah, no, I start a whole thing.
Yeah, now I'm gonna know what you mean.
What I will say is, working for the log cabin guys, it breaks my liberal friends' brains.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because I'm like, I'm working with log cabin. Like, what's that? I'm like, gay Republicans, and they're like, but gay is good, but Republican bad. Like they can't get their mind around it.
Why are they called the log cabin?
I don't know.
Lincoln
Logs?
Yeah, maybe Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs?
Lincoln.
Or just a bunch of dicks in a cabin? It's the log cabin.
They're the greatest group of dudes ever. They have best sense of humor, and like I think they're also new Republicans. You know?
Yeah.
They're like sick of this new shit.
Yeah. So they're just like gay guys, all about their paper.
No, they're
like the bread. They're all about
just
getting
like
their bread.
tired of trans people being considered the same community as theirs.
Yeah.
Like that's annoying.
I don't know, man.
What do you think?
That seems minuscule.
What's
do you
that?
think they're gay Luddites?
Yeah, you're
They're just
mad
like
at a
this
person for
newfangled
changing it.
technology.
No, they're saying like, why is this guy pretending like he's with us?
I think they're just conservative gay
They're
guys.
like, we're LGBTQ. That's kind of it. We're not. What's this new T thing? Why is T here?
Yeah.
Why is T here? What's going on?
Yeah.
True. I mean, to be fair, they're losing dudes becoming women. They're probably like, as a gay block,
You're
like,
right.
this is not all right. Our numbers are dwindling right now.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of like, I could see that. If you're like an old gay guy, you can get a total revamp.
Yeah.
Well,
if you get a sex change, you become straight again. That's the rules.
Those are kind
That's
of
the
the
Iranian
rules.
Yeah. They go,
rules.
now I'm a straight guy. Yeah, this is confusing.
Yeah, you got to take to the log cabin and be like, boys.
I think the trans thing's really smart. Like if you're trying to like, the whole dead name rule.
Yeah.
Like it's not you. Like if you become a woman and I go, I fucking loved him. I hung out with him in Austin.
You better not
They
say
would
my
go, hey, don't you?
You better not. Dude. I'll
Don't
be
you
furious.
dead name me? Right? That's the rules.
Yeah.
But like Caitlyn Jenner, like did some some crimes.
What, we talking about the car stuff?
thing.
Yeah.
But like in court, they could be like Mr. Jenner and they'd be like, that was Bruce, baby. That wasn't me. Don't dead name me.
I think once you go to court, they're like, all right, time out. Once you go to
They
court,
can do that?
Yeah, they go time out, and then they can just totally just hit you with, they can call you whatever
Time
they want.
out, I like
time.
that.
Or they could be like,
they do timeout? I love this.
No, you have to
that'd
be you need
great.
an official position.
Yeah,
Damn it.
or
That'd be
Zach
good.
Morris.
Can I do challenge flags? Like challenge flag. Can we go to someone that can call timeout?
Potentially.
I like that.
You could do whatever you want right now.
We should adopt timeout and podiums. You're really going to change the
I'm
world.
telling you, dude, this is
You
pretty
changed
good
my
stuff.
world. Yeah.
What was the experience? You did like a bunch of just like there's like Trump is like it's like almost like a mega church. Like Trump is the main pastor, but a lot of them have satellite churches.
Yeah.
So you were just ripping at all these things. You did all.
I did comedy and just told them what I think about why they should vote for Donald Trump. Yeah, it was
Nice.
awesome.
And
It
then
was so fun.
at what point did they stuff dollar bills in your pants?
Oh yeah, at the end, they're like, we're all doing poppers upstairs. I'm like, what the hell?
But no, it is
What,
moving
like
now.
jalapeno poppers?
Well, dude, the conservative flag has wildly extended now.
Yes.
Where it's like now they really don't care what you're up to. If you just at least are like, yeah, we agree with you. They're like, fuck yeah.
Right.
get in
That's
here.
why it's great.
kinda tight.
I'm a 2001 liberal, which is just now Republican.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much, yeah.
That's all it is.
Oh, so you did a damn exit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So okay, so in 2001,
I didn't change any of my views.
and he just became a Republican.
But like now, like I seem like a crazy person. I was like, I didn't change anything. You guys changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
Did you get flack for that? Because you live in LA, right?
Yeah, I get a lot of flack for it. But I didn't get much flack. People were just like, that's how Jeff thinks. Until I endorsed Trump. That's what was over the line for them.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
fine with me being Republican conservative Jeff. They weren't fine with me being pro-Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like girls don't really care though.
All the girls are like closetly obsessed with it.
White
Like they
girls
like message
love
me.
Trump.
They'll like secretly message me like, hey, just so you know, I think this is bullshit.
Yeah. That's kind of tight. What are you saying, Lemaire?
White girls love Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Latiners.
Yeah.
And Latiners.
And Latiners and white girls love Trump.
A lot of people are kind of coming around to him, dude. To
Yeah,
be
he's
honest,
the best.
They're-
Yeah.
Even on CNN, I've noticed they'll be like,
He's
"Oh,
not
God,
the best.
This is
He's
the reality."
hilarious.
He won already. He's not
He's in
the
the
best. He
WWE
won.
He's not
Hall
the
of
best. I
Fame.
I agree, dude. But that's not a guy. The only guy in the WWE Hall of Fame I want to be my president is Vince McMahon. Okay, Vince McMahon will be the best president.
Dude, see, but that's
Oh,
the
you
thing.
guys love
He is
wrestling. You
Vince
guys love
McMahon.
wrestling. You
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
love wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's our thing.
That's where you guys
It's our thing
bonded.
together.
You
Yeah.
guys love wrestling.
Because I know I look like this, but then people go, "Oh, he likes wrestling." He's actually fucking yeah.
Makes sense on the pub thing now. He's just big and retarded.
No, I love. I think it's also one of the newest things that's happened to me is like there's a comedy named like Finesse Mitchell, and great guy. I thought we were friends, and I was at the Laugh Factory. He's like, "You've gotten real political lately," and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "You really like people keep accusing me of like, oh, you're really chosen a lane. Oh, you've really, you're pandering." It's like, no, it's just what I think.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be pandering?
Yeah, that's a fair point because a lot of comedians were like, hitting themselves with all kinds of like all the Facebook trends or Instagram of like, I'm gonna put my profile this, that, and this.
Yeah.
Everyone was doing shit, but yeah.
I did comedy in Seattle, Washington. That's where I'm from. And every show, every open mic, every showcase was like, Jesus sucks, anti-religion, fuck George W. Bush, abortion this, abortion that. I didn't once go, wow, you guys are really leaning into this whole Democrat bullshit. I didn't once accuse them of grifting or anything. But then I say a thing and they go, oh, look, he's trying to get that Republican coin. It's like, no, these are just how I feel.
My thing too is like, dude, it's also I just look at it like a small business owner. It's like, bro, I run a small business. I'll go get whoever's fucking money I want to. Like, if you're gonna be like, you're really making that money. It's like, yeah, okay, dude.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
You were on SNL
Sure,
for
that's
a
my
year.
plan.
Shut up, Finesse. No.
Yeah, but in my mind, it's like,
follow
we're
Tracy
going to make the
Morgan.
money either way.
Yeah.
Right. But I think the accusation is insane to me. Like when I was like saying nice things about Barack Obama, all I got was little pats on the bottom. Like, good job, Jeff. Good job, Jeff.
You were then kind of, that was like the accepted view of the
I wasn't
space.
pandering to them, but now that I'm endorsing a guy that's like doesn't think we should cut our kids' dicks off, like
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
thinks I'm nuts.
Yeah. That's coming to
Or
an end.
prisoners.
Huh?
Or prisoners.
We could hack
Yeah.
a couple of those guys down a little bit.
Don't hack them the way they like.
Yeah, cut them in half.
Yeah, I think it is kind of, I don't know. I feel like, I just feel like, I don't know, you shouldn't really worry too much about what anyone else is doing.
It's comedy.
It's
We're
like,
just doing
dude,
the job.
if you get paid for it, God bless you. This is awesome. Make your money. People are like, just fucking bullshit. But you're right though, because everyone was like wildly political, being like, fuck this, fuck that. The late night itself was just every show was like fucking.
Yeah, you're only allowed to be political if you're left.
Yeah.
And like then if you're a little bit right, you better be real, you better be careful over there.
Yeah,
and you're like,
don't-
why? I'm just gonna say what I think. We're comics. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all about getting that bread anyway, dude. So I was like, you're paying her. It's like, bro, I'm getting that bread.
Well, like I'm not
that
getting the
bread.
bread from it. Like when I do Greg Gutfeld on Fox News, I get $0. They pay me nothing. They put me up in a hotel. And
Does
that's
it change the ticket sales though? When you're telling me the biggest show.
Oh
on
yeah,
late
yeah.
night.
No,
that's the biggest show.
it
on
gets
late
people
night.
to come to my show. Yeah, for
Nice.
sure. So I guess there is a way to make money on that back end for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And that does it change the demo? Are you getting like?
Still,
are you
dude.
getting Geezys up there?
I get some old. Well, that's
Geezer?
yeah, dude.
That's- Fuck it, dude. That's the point.
Absolutely. And also
he's
like
the king of late night. Gutfeld's the king of late night, by the way.
when
He
I
can't
used
give
to
gas money though.
Huh?
He can't give gas money though.
Gutfeld knows.
He's the king. Dude.
He's putting.
the
Gutfeld's
king of
putting-
late night
He
free.
can't give me gas money, bro.
That is fucked up. They don't give you $1. That's crazy.
But
SNL pays like $5,000 for the host.
well, like podcasts are free.
True.
Yeah, Joe Rogan's the biggest show in the world. I've never been paid to be on Joe Rogan,
Yeah.
but it's worth it.
I
wanna be on it.
Have you
That is
ever
fair.
asked him?
Asked him to pay me.
Yeah, but hey, Joe,
No way,
it's
dude.
been cool and all, but you think I get $2,500?
When Joe, that'd be amazing.
Hey, Joe, my time's kind of valuable, man. I wouldn't mind to get a little stipend. You might you make a lot of money.
That would be so.
Just send a Venmo request.
Just be like, hey man, I did your whole show. That was a few hours.
I'll need $1 million. But no, yeah, nobody. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just worth it. You do
That
the
is
things
true.
you want to
Yeah,
do. You
yeah.
know?
That makes sense.
Yeah, when Joe replies to a text from me, I'm like,
Holy shit.
like, look at this. Like it's like what, like if we had phones when we were in fifth grade.
Have you
And
considered
like Amber Shoemaker replied, I'd be like, well, there's a girl on the phone. Like I literally am like that when Joe replies. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, he holds a really unique position and just like, especially I would say popular consciousness, but for dudes in general, a lot of dudes. I've talked to other people about this. People have like a part of your brain that like while you're showering, like it just goes into a mode where it's like, well, Joe, let me tell you about this, and you start like practicing what you would say.
Oh yeah.
to Joe Rogan. I
Dude,
think
it's
every
wild.
dude goes through that. So if he texts you, you're like.
Well, because you're so cool too. Like I've never like I
It's
don't
like
know
Apollo
many people that
descending.
are
Yeah,
cool.
it's like Apollo descending upon you, and you're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
dude.
More like Xerxes.
You think Xerxes?
It's definitely
That's why
Xerxes.
Austin's got a little too comfy with Joe. They'll be up in that green room, and I'm like, "Are you guys not fucking Joe Rogan's here? Tighten up."
I still get kind of, for real, I get a little shuddered. I'm
He's
kinda
awesome. Yeah, it makes me happy.
Jacked,
Man.
dude. He's getting more. Every time I think I've gotten a little jacked, I see him like a month later. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, he's
Gotta
turning
get back
into the
at him.
actual thing from.
Huh?
He's turning into the thing from Fantastic Four. Just a man made of bricks. Yeah.
You touch him, you go, "What the hell?" Is
But he is for sure like an absolute power broker. And it's like,
Yeah.
it is tough to like, not let that sway your interaction because you're like, dude.
Did you play sports growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do
Played
you remember being on like
basketball and rugby.
real sports? Fuck.
Played football.
When I
but
say
freshman
that
year.
wasn't for basketball, that was for rugby. That was a
Rugby is pretty sick.
No, like on my baseball team, like there'd be like an older boy, you know, like I'm
Oh,
on
yeah.
the, and then there'd be like a cool older guy. Like that's how I feel when I see Joe. Like if I say something stupid, I'm like, fuck, dude, just said a stupid thing.
Yeah.
He was showing me his compound, you know, and he was like, this is the cold plunge, and then this is and then he's like, and this is where I shoot my arrows or whatever the fuck it was. And so then I was like, oh, cool. And I said something stupid about the elk or whatever that was up there. And he looked at me like it was a question he'd never heard before. And then I was just like, I beat myself up about it for like the next 2 minutes. Like, don't ask stupid shit about the
Yeah.
arrows.
Yeah, actually, I saw the archery range. I sat in front of the bullseye and let him shoot an apple off my head. No, I'm kidding.
That's a man
That would
right
be
there.
sick.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I didn't do that. That'd be sick, though.
I was like, you didn't film that? I was like,
I'd only have stupid questions for Joe Rogan. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think.
Lemaire, you got some. You're cooking with a lot of them, man.
What?
And they're good. I think they're good though. Every now and again, just dumb questions that are. I think,
what would be
can
the
good.
first question you'd ask Joe Rogan?
What would be if it was like, hey, Joe,
Yeah, you said you'd ask. You got a lot of dumb ones. What would be like a?
thanks for having me. May I have a job? No.
Yeah, he'd be like, oh yeah, no. All right,
What did you ask? What did you ask those NFL players at one time?
Oh, I can't remember. I think it was Stephon Diggs. And I asked him, because I didn't realize they're younger than me. I was 30 and they're like in their 20s.
weird. That is kind of weird.
And I
That's
was,
a crippling feeling.
yeah.
It sucks.
I was like, what do you watch on YouTube?
That's a good question, actually.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Do you think they were honest?
Oh, I also said, outside of being black, what else do you think we have in common? That was the first question.
It's a good icebreaker.
That was the first
Yeah, that's
question.
funny.
That's usually
Yeah.
my go-to.
Yeah.
Besides being black, what do we? That's interesting. Yeah, the athletes being our age, I always wondered if it was because I think there's nothing cooler to me than a baseball player.
Yeah.
Or like the idea of Griffey, like to me is like that's God. Like it went Griffey, then God, then my dad. Like it was Griffey's number one.
So you're a big baseball guy.
Yeah.
Did you play baseball until?
Just high school. Yeah.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, I wasn't great.
What was your position? High school baseball is pretty serious.
Shortstop. Yeah, I played shortstop.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. But like when you go, they're gonna be young now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And jacked. There's like people a decade younger than me that could just beat the fuck out of me. It's kind of shitty.
What if I have a gun, dude?
True. If you have a gun, yeah.
I would fuck Aaron Judge up with my gun, dude.
Yeah.
True, but it's like, yeah, but still, if you hesitate for 1 second, if he closes the distance, if he closes the distance,
yeah, dude,
I'd get him while he was sleeping like McNair, you know what I mean?
Just start proactively killing all the young athletes.
One thing's cool about being older than them, though, is at least if you're in our world of comedy's kind of become cool now, which was not the case for a long time. You can just DM them and they'll be like, "Holy shit, dude! Like I love your stuff." And they'll like give you that's a better part about being older than them.
For sure.
Is like now I'm not the boy asking for the autograph. They think I'm cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice switch.
What's up, kid? Yeah. Where you at? You awake? I'm gonna come through. Where the hell are you at? Yeah, it is nice though. It's I get blown away when people are like, "Hey," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Hey, what's going on, man?
I got a good JD Martinez story.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
Mm-mm.
Still plays. I think he's one of the most. I think at this point he's probably one of the older guys in baseball.
For the Braves?
No, he played for the Boston Red Sox. I think he's on the Dodgers now. Just won the World
Gotcha.
Series.
So he's been playing for a long time.
Handsome guy, really, really good looking guy, and he's
baseball
cool.
players are sleepers, bro. A lot of baseball players are pretty a lot of hunks out there on the baseball field.
He's a good looking fella, and so this girl goes, "You're going to Boston?" I said, "Yeah, I'm playing this comedy club." She goes, "You want to go to Fenway?" I was like, "I love Fenway. It's hard to get tickets, but I've been before, but I'll take you up on that." She worked at William Morris. And so she's like, "I left me tickets. I go to the box office. I do the whole thing. When I sit in the seats, they're good seats. And then it says at the top, $0 comped, and then it said JD Martinez. I was like, I wonder if that's like related.
Yeah.
I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
So then I DM JD Martinez on Instagram while we're sitting there. I go, "Hey, dude, thanks for the tickets. This is rad. I've been a fan of you for a long time or whatever." And I just showed a photo of the thing. I don't remember what he said, but it was something nice and flattering about my comedy. And then he was like, "Hang out after the game. I'll come say what's up."
He was texting you during the game?
It was before.
Oh, that's crazy. He just got off. I was like, fuck, let me check my Instagram.
I'm like an 8-year-old. I'll get to the game 2 hours early, have 75 beers. Then after the game, I'm like, "This is pretty cool." And we're just hanging out with all these skanks. It's like me, my friend Maddie Chimber, who's a comic, and then just a bunch of girls who are like banging the players or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
And they're trying to get everyone out of there. I'm like, I got a DM to stay.
Yep.
So then you're at the front of the nets. And
it's funny. Some guy with a clipboard is like, "Who's fucking this guy? Why is this guy here? Why is he fucking this guy?"
It's more like that in NBA games. After the NBA games, there's tons of whores. Like, it's amazing.
It's kind of a cool life, though, to be like a professional sports groupie and just...
Dude.
Kind of nice.
Yeah, you don't pay for anything or do anything.
You're just lined up like Ubers at the airport.
Not a good shelf life, though.
Yeah, true,
Dude,
true.
There's a new one that just wasn't Brittany Grenier? She got worn out by a bunch of NBA players, and now she's poor and crying online. She's in her job.
What?
Wait, this is... we've got to separate... That it isn't Brittany Griner.
No, Brittany Reiner.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to say, holy shit, that would be breaking news.
That's the lady who's in Russia.
Famously lesbian, allegedly trans Brittany Griner has been banging all these dudes.
Dude, she's just intersex. No.
Yeah.
So
wait, no,
Brittany
but the
Reiner.
JD Martinez. This is the end of the story. So we're at the Nets, and he goes, he's like, "Oh man, it's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you." We're talking through the net, and he's like, "How do you know?" I'm gonna use a fake name. "How do you know Christine?" And I was like, "Oh, she's the best, dude. Yeah, she just set me up with these." And then we kind of looked at each other like, like we're both fucking this shit.
Eskimo bros. You guys are Eskimo bros.
It was amazing. But he was cool that I was cool. We're like, "Oh my God." Like it was, because she is a cool chick. She's not trying to be our girlfriend. And
For sure.
we're,
I love how you say our girlfriend.
yeah. Well, like she's not in her mind going, "I'm with Jeff Dye or JD Martinez."
sure.
Yeah.
And we're not going, "Oh, she's our girlfriend." It's just two grown-ups,
Do you think that was kind of a Machiavellian kind of ploy on her part to be like, "I got you"?
Maybe.
Just introduce
like
you
a
to,
flex.
Yeah, like, bro, don't get comfortable, man.
Yeah, that is true.
So
I'm getting exquisite pipe, dude. Don't get it.
Or trying to make us jealous of each other so we step up our commitment game.
Dude, who else do you think is on that list?
For this chick, could be anybody.
Yeah.
True.
She worked at William Morris and she was like an 11. Like she was so beautiful and really
what's
nice.
William Morris? What is that?
I think it's an agency.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so she. Oh, wow, yeah.
It's the guys who
For a second, I thought it was like a
WWE
law
now.
firm. I was like, I think it's an agency.
I was thinking it's one of the big 5 accounting firms.
William Morris Endeavor.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
They own WWE and UFC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew they were big because they don't rep me. That's how I was like, must be something good, you know?
They should hook you up with the tickets.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was cool of him and cool of her. The whole story is positive, but
It's
it
all
was
love.
like
It's
a
just all
very
love. Yeah,
funny,
it's all
like
love.
modern story, you know?
Yeah, that is kind of nuts to slowly be like,
It's all love.
motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like it wasn't like some gross guy that I think sucks or something. It was just like, oh, it's JD Martinez, and he's going, this
Yeah.
comedian guy that I know, you know?
Were you wrapping it up? Not to ask too much details. Were you going raw dogging, or like I just want to know how close your guys' kinship is?
Oh yeah, I don't wrap it up.
Okay, cool.
It's not my
I
style.
thought you were about to say I don't go raw. I was like,
Yeah. No.
Okay,
The
cool.
opposite.
So you guys are for real linked.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's
Forever,
awesome.
for
That's
life.
awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Jeff,
Dude,
you look like you wear exclusively red condoms.
yeah, condoms are crazy, dude. I can't.
don't do it.
Any adults who use them, I'm kind of like,
It's ridiculous.
the fuck. I do think it is weird. We just started giving them to kids that was like the early
know.
90s. I like just looked into the
Yeah.
condom program recently. Because I was trying to like get to the bottom of like just like where the party, especially like the left, just went like kind of like a little weird, and it's like whatever. It was like a response apparently to the AIDS HIV thing.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out like when like at what point did like go from like Bill Clinton to like it is now, and I can't answer that question. I just got distracted on the school condom program. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, that was
Condom
crazy,
programs
dude.
are strange.
Yeah, and
It's similar to the homeless thing where they're like, give them clean needles. I worked at this homeless shelter in Seattle. We would give them like clean needles to go do drugs with.
Yeah, you'd hook them up.
And I'm like, and they were like, they're gonna find them anyway. So just guys like, I don't think this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Just providing them all the shit, like it seems strange.
Yeah,
Well,
an
dude,
indulgence program.
apparently they said I read a book about it's called Chasing the Scream by I forget the guy's name, but what he said worked is when you do not just the needles, but they have to go to a center, and you also give them the clean tested heroin, and it takes away all of the other like thrilling aspects where it's like I got to buy heroin, I got to do this. So you're like here's free heroin. It's it's almost a prescription. It's like such a little amount. You mass produce it, and then while they're doing it, you're like, so how's this working out for you? And it's like it takes away all
Matt,
of like the
I've
stuff.
been around the neighborhood. It's not working.
Well, they don't, but they have
The
they don't,
program sucks, dude.
They
There's
have
more
to do it.
homeless than ever.
They don't do it here.
Oh, okay.
They did it in I think London before, and it actually curbed heroin use.
Oh God, I wish they'd do it.
Giving just needles is kind of like it's like
Lazy.
it's like it's whatever, but it's like if you legalize the heroin, it takes away from the black market sales,
Yeah.
and then you have them in a center, and he's like they've done studies that works to
Real.
reduce the number of overdoses by far, and B people just they stop because
Dude,
like,
I'm so insensitive about the homeless situation. Like, I used to be like, I worked at a homeless shelter, like I care. And then like after 7,000 interactions with homeless people a day in Los Angeles, you just lose all your sympathy
I
for
could
it.
never do it. I knew somebody who was working with homeless people, and I was like, how that would be. Because there's it'd be like, the progress would be few and far between.
It's exhausting. Like you see, like I think when I make fun of the homeless on the internet or like in my act around these towns, they're picturing some lovable boxcar hobo with like a bindle stick, and they think that that's what they go. Leave him alone, Jeff. No, it is go to L.A., go to downtown L.A. for just a morning, walk around. You'll go, oh, I get it. Yeah, these people is a lot.
Yeah, nobody. That's it. That's
they need
another
to
one.
die for sure. This is
Yeah, it's one of those things. You're like nobody is like, oh sweet. And you see it, and you're like,
Oh, it sucks.
fuck, dude, this is such a bummer.
There's no way to like differentiate either between like the people who are choosing to be there, the
Sure.
people who have to be there, and then like the people not have to, but like and the people who like are like crazy. There's
right,
no
the
like
ill or the drug addicted or
it's, you know,
100%.
just become one big circle of people.
Yeah, at a certain point, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one's sifting through them. Like, I'll take those guys for today for work for me. You're just going,
Yeah.
you're seeing it. You're like, there
I
are
know.
people I've seen who are hanging. They're like homeless adjacent. Where I'm
Yeah.
like, you're definitely not homeless, but these are like kind of your bros, and you're
Yeah.
slowly, I think, becoming homeless.
Yeah.
So there is like a pajama pants phase everyone goes through where you're kind of like just leaving your house and hanging with homeless people before you get totally sucked into it.
What's the show me your friends saying?
What?
You know?
Mm-mm.
Something about like if
Oh,
you
you're
hang
five.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You are the 5
Show
people
me-
you hang
yeah,
around
dude.
most.
Yeah.
I hate that saying because then it just makes my loser friends get nervous. You know, oh, Jeff's gonna leave us soon. You know?
Yeah.
And I want to let him know I won't. I love you, boys. I got your back.
Yeah, I do. That is kind of a weird rule. It'd be like, you are the 5 people you hang out with the most. It's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, we got to tell my buddy Aaron, like, you're out, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I hang around.
Not succeeding
No
enough.
room, bro.
I hang around 2 toddlers constantly. So it's like, that's bullshit, dude.
You are the.
Yeah, they do kind of open up your eyes to some sweet shit, though.
Yeah.
We found our like sprinkler system went off and made like a little river, and we got to like. I just watched them play in that thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is kind of cool.
Yeah,
Like, the
kids
one
are good
thing-
that way.
They're kind of cool to like. Yeah, she's like the water's like she was going to like a crack in the sidewalk, and she was just like, "This is a river." I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not a fucking river, but I'm like, it's, I can see why you're kind of.
But you
obsessed
wouldn't
with
have cared at all about that. Like
No.
the wonderment of a child is like because I used to go to Disneyland drunk all the time with all my buddies, and it rules. It rules.
this. Dude, you're
Strong recommend.
It is tight.
But then my buddy once goes, "Oh, my family's, my nieces and nephews, they want to go to Disneyland. I was going to take them. Do you want to come with us?" So I just kind of like came with them. Totally different experience.
Yeah, it's
And it was awesome. I was like, "Oh my god!" To like like tease the kids and like make jokes, and they think I'm cool because I'm an older guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I was like, "Oh, this is like a really wholesome version
Yeah.
of what I've been doing." Yeah, it's better.
So when you get hammered at Disneyland, are you trying to like pick up babes or like
No, just having a good time.
just chilling? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
It's kind of exciting to sneak the booze in, you know?
Don't they
and-
serve it in there?
Well, no, you have to go to like California Adventure or go to this one club that's called Club 33 that you have to be like the Pope to get into. So I'm not,
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
getting into Club 33.
Damn, Disney World, they let it fly. You can get
Oh, really?
hammered at Disney World.
See, that's great.
It's in Florida.
Yeah, that's
But in
great.
Disney World, alcohol is abundant. You can just get
Oh, really?
shit faced.
Disneyland doesn't
you go
do
to
that.
dinner and you can just. I didn't know that.
It's part of the rebellion.
True.
You know, sneaking it in.
West Coast. See, that's
Yeah.
how the fuck did you get it in?
Well, we would like take these like
It-
plastic flasks that would, whatever.
Got you.
Or the way that doesn't work, don't do this. We took like half Gatorade.
Yeah,
Like just dumped out half and then filled the rest with like vodka or tequila.
for sure.
They've seen that a million times, I guess, because they've caught us before we even got to like the thing. They're like, "That's alcohol." We're like, "Shit."
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah, dude. I will say, bringing little kids to Disney World is one of the most tiring.
For
fucking
sure.
It's it's like an internet joke of like training for Disney World with kids because like you have to like carry them.
Yeah.
You will end up walking like 6 miles or just getting blazed in the sun. But it's
There's no fat people at Disney, dude.
you should at Disney World. There are plenty of.
Oh,
fat
really?
people. Oh yeah.
Not at our Disney. There's so much
Disneyland's
walking.
beautiful.
You're just gonna walk for 8 hours.
Disneyland's beautiful and it's in California too. But like you hit Disney World in Florida, there are fats, bro.
Sounds
There
like it's right up my alley
are
then.
many fats.
Fat people, you can be hammered there.
Yeah, you can be hammered. You can be as fat as you want.
Yes.
You can not move a muscle all day. You can get hammered on a mobility chair.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about the mobility chairs.
You ride it. You can ride your mobility chair right to a little boat, and it ferries you across under like literally the Magic Kingdom.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was plenty of fats walking around.
Yeah.
There. I was actually there because I wanted to ask like, because some of the rides, I'm like, dude, if you're like too big to fit on this, like, what the fuck do they do? And like, how do you? Because you could be waiting for like an hour
Yeah.
to get there and be like,
Also, by the way, it's amazing you brought this up. Get rid of these in front of everyone practice seats where they bring a big person over. They go, "You, fatso, hey, come here." We sit in this to make sure you're gonna. They treat them like luggage at the airport.
When do they
They'll
do
give
that?
them like a practice chair where they'll put the thing in, and if the person doesn't fit in it, that means they won't make it on the ride. So that they don't want them to have to wait in the line or get disappointed when they get to the front. So they have like this kind of like example chair, like kind of like the "Are you
I see
tall
what you're
enough?"
saying, yeah.
line, but
Are
they
you
do it with
fat
an
enough?
actual chair.
Are you too fat for this?
I
flight?
saw this young man in there, and I was mortified for him because they were like trying to pull the thing down, and these like teenagers that work there are like, "Yeah, I think you're too big," and I was just going, "Holy shit! Why didn't they make the seats bigger for the Harry Potter ride? A lot of fat people love Harry Potter." I couldn't believe how.
Well, they have a
Did he try to suck in and did they push
What's that?
the sucking and
Oh,
push?
he was doing everything,
That's
and he was
terrible.
also mortified because we're just all waiting in line, going, "Look at that fat kid over there."
he can't ride. He's too fat.
Also, aren't there fat characters in Harry Potter like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should. If you're too fat if you're a kid, and you're
Haggard.
too fat for the ride. They should just make you like go get a job. You got to like leave school. You're done school. You're not a child anymore. You should like join the
Yeah.
army. They should be like, all right, you're in the army now.
Yeah, Haggard wouldn't even be able to ride the ride, his own ride.
Dude, they got to do something, man. You know, they got to cut it somewhere. 'Cause it's
guess.
like, dude, I fly every now and again, I'll fly Southwest if I can't get a direct flight, and I try to pay the extra so I can get in that first seat so I can sit in the very front.
You know, Matt's doing well. He's like, I used to fly South. Sometimes I'll fly Southwest.
Sometimes I will. Sometimes
I know, but like the fact that you framed it like that, I love you, dude.
Sometimes I will.
He's
prefer
like,
American.
Sometimes I don't like to admit this.
Dude,
sometimes I'm on Southwest.
I do. I'm a man of means. It is weird that I'm every now and again flying, but if you get that front seat, it's so good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I pay the extra bucks so I can be, A1 through 3. And I'm like, I'm going to get the front seat. And then, like, every now and again, I'll, like, be watching, like, all right, you're in a wheelchair, obviously. Like, I'm not saying anything. Then it'll just be, like, a fat guy will get ahead of me.
I know.
On medical pre-board. And I just want to be like, dude.
It drives me crazy.
There's nothing wrong with you, dude. You're just fat. You better not take that front seat.
Yeah.
And I know you will because you're fat and you'll definitely want the extra space.
Yes.
And they just fuck me out of the front seat. I'm always like, motherfucker.
Also, you're being very conservative saying that it's like a fat guy and then like a guy in a wheelchair. They'll say, does anyone need any extra time boarding? That's a very vague question.
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit.
So now it's just 2 parents with like 3 kids. You got a guy that's got like a limp or something, and then there's like a deaf lady. You're like, these handicapped people are always going, we're just like everyone else. We can do anything you can do.
Yeah.
Then what's with the special treatment early boarding bullshit?
Dude, here's the thing. If you have a family, I can see that. You have strollers, all this shit. If you're in a wheelchair, whatever you got to do, go down there. If you're like an old person with a cane, for sure. Every now and again, I'll just see like, and I'm not trying to be a dick. It'll just be a fat loser.
Right.
You just be like a guy who's like standing there in a Monster Energy shirt. And I'm like, bro, you get the fuck out of here.
Don't worry about sounding like a dick. I'm going to take it to a next level. Fuck all of them. You're just like us. You don't get to get on there early. Everyone's taking their time. You can go B56 just because your legs don't work. I have to let you board first.
Yeah.
Why does it matter?
I don't know. They're not like us though, Jeff.
What?
Sorry.
Them.
I know it's bullshit. Dude, again, if you're main,
I'm missing an arm. I have to be on the plane before you. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
that's dumb.
Why would you get
I'll give missing arms. You go right ahead. I'll give everyone that. There's just dudes who are just like medical pre-board. I'm like, where, dude? Show me your ailment because you
Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I got A3, dude. If I miss that front seat, I'm gonna
just a big fat guy's like, I got the sugar. I have to. You're like, yeah, but that's a slow one. That takes a long time.
Yeah, I saw this guy recently, and I always try to figure out like, what's your medical condition? Unfortunately, I was like, damn, that guy's just such a loser.
I know. When also, have you seen this happen?
It sounds mean, but he got a medical grade. The doctor was like, dude, you're fucking loser, dude.
That's the diagnosis.
It's over for you. It's like, just get on the plane, man. Just enjoy the little.
Have you ever had this happen? They do the pre-board, right? Or they'll do the thing, they need extra time, right? There's some sort of, they need more time on the airplane. They're really just hogging the overhead space. But anyways, so they'll get on. But then they'll sit in the exit row. I'm sorry, I thought that you were some sort of handicapped person, but now you're going to assist in an emergency?
You're going to lead the charge. Yeah, true.
So that's conflicting.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they did that. That's because usually they ask you, like, are you okay? Oh, yeah, Southwest is
They're trying to get that exit row.
Did you ever save a seat on Southwest for somebody when the plane comes on?
No, but recently yelled at a guy for doing it, and then turns out he was telling the truth.
What was the truth?
I said, hey, can I sit there? Because there was like very few seats left.
Yeah.
I'm one of the last on the plane.
And he's like, hell no.
He goes, well, no, I said, hey, do you mind if I sit there? He goes, yes. Instead of just saying whatever. So that kind of caught me off.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he goes, I was like, okay. And he's like, I'm saving it for my wife. And then I was like, I'm the last on the plane. So I'm like looking around like, this guy's full of shit. So I find like just another one because there's like 4 seats on the whole plane available, and I'm sitting there fuming like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah.
And he was. His wife was like in the bathroom or something. She came out, and I was like, he was right."
Yes, that is crazy not to just be like, "Yeah, my wife's in the bathroom." Sorry.
Yeah, he was kind of chippy about it. Yeah,
yes,
I didn't like that. Something kind of welled up in me. Like,
he was waiting all day to tell somebody that.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I'm going to get somebody.
He chirped at me for sure.
I get spazzed out when people hog up the overhead. When they'll like just put it in, just walk. I'm just kind of like, that's exactly where I'm sitting, and you're taking up.
Drives me crazy.
That'll chat my ass. But yeah, I've been trying to chill on planes though. You can. There's so many battles.
Yes.
Like with like lining up. It's like you try to line up. Someone comes from this way, or
you go. It's a line.
I know. There's so many
they'll
little
pretend
battles.
to not understand lines.
Yeah.
Or people just do the mass. Like it'll get people and it'll be like people hit the horizontal line, and then it'll just become a crowd. And then it's like, well, I don't want to be like excuse me, and like edging in, and then
if you know your boarding group 6, why are you in the fucking way while people are trying to board 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5?
Because you want to both 6 is life or death. Because then you want to be the very first person in 6. Because only one of you is going to get overhead space.
Yeah.
So that's where the battle comes in. But yeah, it turns into a clusterfuck.
They're like first class, and then literally there's people just standing there, just wait, and you're like, can you move a little, make a lane for the?
Make a lane.
It's annoying. Well, I think my biggest battle on airplanes is the flight attendants. That's who my battle's with. They're mean now.
They've gotten so mean, dude.
Why are you angry with us?
I don't know. They've gotten. I was on there recently, and my wife, like in the morning on a morning flight, snapped her nail on accident, like fucked it up. And she just asked. The lady was busy doing stuff. She said, "Hey, when you get a minute, can I get a Band-Aid? Like no rush, blah blah blah." And the lady's like, "I'll have to go to the back." And she was like,
"Whatever you need."
Okay, like like take your time, no rush. Get the plane seated. This isn't like bleeding or anything. And the lady was just like heavy sigh, does her thing, and then. After the plane was all seated, I was like, yo, can I get that Band-Aid, please? Very nicely. Well, like, where the fuck's our Band-Aid? Dude, she literally went, and then walked to the back to get the Band-Aid. And I was like, whoa, dude, what was all that
It
about?
makes no
what
sense.
The fuck? But I've heard they don't get paid until the brake gets released and the plane moves backwards.
Yeah, but I don't give a shit when they get paid.
I think that's terrible,
They
dude.
suck.
Why don't they get paid
They think they're plane police.
Some of them are nasty, especially during COVID. That was
it drives me crazy.
That was tough. That was annoying. Now that like COVID's not happening and they're not like not letting you get that like breath of fresh air through your nose, I'm like, whatever. I'm putting it all behind
They'll
us.
like yell at I'll check for the overhead space, I'll open the thing. And she'll be like, if it's closed, it means it's full. And I was like, I see people mindlessly close these things all the time.
And that's not true. There's often a lot of space available.
Sometimes I'll put mine in and just close it to see if it closes. I'll leave it closed and there's 2 extra,
Yeah, they don't need to do that. I don't understand. I guess they're like repeating the same scenario over and over, but they still don't have to. Like, I don't understand why. Like, TSA does that.
Yeah.
They'll be like, it's not. It's like, dude, you don't have to yell. I'm right here.
Right.
You don't have to yell at me. I don't know the rules.
It's
they
a
change every time
it's like a disease of like, if it's obvious to you, you think everyone should know it.
Yeah.
It's like not everyone flies every day.
True.
Some old lady's like, do I need to take my iPad out? And they're like, everybody, electronics come out. You're like, why are you mad at her? She doesn't fly that often.
They do spaz. But I'm telling you, it's because when you're a flight attendant, you have to wake up and you're in like a queue. It's like you just have to wake up. You're in a queue. I think you just stand at the airport until your number gets called, and then you go work.
It's like Uber.
Yeah, so you wake up and you're just like chilling, and then they're like, "Bam!" And I think if you have like seniority, they'll call you like you're going in. But there's a lot of them who are like just like, I don't know if I'm gonna get to work today. Bam! They pull your number, and you're like rushing to the flight. You're getting there. Got to do all this shit, and then if it gets delayed at all, you're just standing there for 45 minutes on the runway. And like if he doesn't like back up, as soon as a door closes and they release that brake, then your clock starts, you're getting paid. That would piss me off. If I was at work and I had to do all that shit and I didn't get paid, everyone who didn't sit down, I'd be like, will you sit the fuck down?
Yeah, but here's the thing, Matt. Here's the thing. Criminals are difficult to deal with, but I won't tolerate a fucking grumpy, shitty, bad cop. And kids are a lot, but that doesn't mean teachers get to be mean to the kids.
That's true.
And it must be real hard to be a gay guy or a hot chick that's a flight attendant, but you still got to do the job.
True. This is very true. You're totally right. But in terms of hot chicks and gay guys, I guess, it's got to be devastating. To be a hot chick with an annoying job has to suck.
Well,
they don't understand it.
They shouldn't have
to
do
go, what
that.
is this?
That's
but I'm
technically
hot.
the best hot chick job because they can fly anywhere for free.
Yeah, but dude, it ages them, man.
Yeah.
It's so hot that they're in the sky, but it fucks you up. If you fly that much, it's going to fucking drain your life force.
Oh, because you're time traveling.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You're up high. It's fucking with your blood circulation.
Yeah, and you definitely
You're all
gotta
gassy.
They're just looking for a husband.
You definitely got to suck the pilot's.
Do you guys fart a lot when you fly?
Well, no. Recently, I made the switch. Yes, to answer your question. Yes, I fart. Unbelievable. To the point now where, like, again, if I'm flying with my wife, she'll be like, "Did you just fart?" And I'm trying to have a conversation. Where I'm like, "Will you shut the fuck up?"
Yeah, you just said that loud, honey.
Yeah, I'm like, even like to me, I'm like, "Look, don't worry about that."
You grab her arm. What the fuck?
So now I take shits on the plane.
Oh, nice.
If I'm farting, I just go and I just take a dump on the plane. I think it's the right thing to do.
Because I'm not like a gassy guy.
Well, I am.
But when I'm flying,
You start to fart.
a lot of farts. I'm like so embarrassed. I'm doing the blow thing. I'm like,
And a boner. It's
And a
boners,
boner,
you have
yeah.
a boner and you're farting the entire time.
Yeah, a lot of boners and a lot of farting.
But if I catch myself, if I do more than like, you know, if I have like 1 or 2 farts, whatever, but if I catch myself like repeating it every like 10 minutes, and I'm like, I'll just get up and take a shit. And it like, it's kind of harrowing to like go in there, sit down. There's like a lady on like the other side of the wall who's just huffing and puffing over coffee cups. And you're sitting there like,
it is weird.
Shitting next to her.
I like that little bathroom though on the airplane.
Dude, I've gotten used to shitting in them, and it's kind of, I kind of like them, honestly.
Cozy.
It's cozy. You're boxed in. You know what you're doing. It's just all business. You're in and out.
You're
The
taking
peeing's a little hard for me. I'm 6'5", so when I pee, the wall's going like this. You know, I got to do like a strange limbo piss.
I can't imagine because I'm only like 5'10". I'm in a bath. I'm in those airplane bathrooms. I feel like fucking Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, dude,
like, I was like, cause I have a lot of cousins who are your height, like 6'5", 6'6", and I'm like, how the fuck do they even?
I feel like Slender Man because you know the middle of the door is like a fold, so that the door will open. My knees are right on that thing, and I'm like, oh, this will be my worst
shitting might
nightmare.
be impossible for you. You might not be able to shit in there.
I've shit in there, but it'd be like my worst nightmare if that just pops open and people waiting are like, that'd be so scary.
I walked in on somebody one time. They didn't lock the door. I walked in on a young lady who I believe had just gotten her period.
Oh no!
And I walked in and she went, ah! And I just slammed it shut. And the flight attendant grilled me like, you fucking pervert. And I had to be like, dude, I just opened the door.
Yeah, it's not my fault. It's hot.
I just so I just opened the fucking door, and then she was like, she came to her senses and was like, yeah, actually, it's kind of on her, and it was a big deal, bro. But she left a fucking glob of toilet paper.
Oh, that's why you knew. Oh,
and I had to come out because I followed her up, and I had to come out and be like,
someone's got a tail.
that wasn't me, by the way. Yeah, I'd be like, yo, I didn't do that. There's a bit of a situation over there, and it was like a big deal, and like another girl made a big stink about it, and like, dude, I felt bad for the little girl because another girl came out after me and was like, ew, someone got their period in the back, and I was just sitting there like, holy fuck, dude, that sucks.
That's rude.
That was rude. But she was a young
you
girl.
got your period in the bathroom.
Yeah, someone just got her period in there, and I was like,
that'd be hilarious if they're like, Matt had his period in there. Like, I didn't do it.
I didn't.
No,
I could have been like a hemorrhoid. I could have been like a popped hemi. I didn't want to
Yeah.
get like the like this guy just fucking have like an open sore.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to come out and be like, by the way, I went to the lady. It's like that was not me. I didn't.
What a
I don't believe-
legend. He made having a popped hemorrhoid sound cool. He was able to go, I don't know, pop a hemi, you know?
Yeah, you could.
It made it sound rad.
You could. It's fucking rad. Damn, that guy's got fucking nasty hemorrhoids. Like, nope, that was a young girl getting her period.
I
That
just
was
popped
not
a
me.
hemi, dude.
I used to sleep on
We've
the
both
plane.
popped hemis before. It's not good.
Oh.
I don't even know what a hemorrhoid is.
Well, butt cyst. I had a pilondial cyst.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like a.
It's no walk in the park, I'm
It
guessing.
is not a walk
Dude,
in the park.
imagine if a thing just, your butthole's, perfect little butthole, you got to poop out of it.
Yeah.
It's clear. Everything's fine.
Beautiful.
Imagine if just something grew in front of that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's different types of hemorrhoid, but the thing, we both got the same one where it's just like some part of your asshole just balloons full of
Like an
liquid.
inflamed kind of thing,
It's
like
a
a nerve or something?
sinus
Yeah.
tract. It's a sinus tract in your asshole.
Yeah.
Sinus tract?
Yeah.
Is there a way
It gets
to
affected.
avoid this? Like, is there something you did that...
yes. Don't push too hard.
Okay.
I was straining a little bit, and the number one is don't sit on the toilet and fuck around for a long period of time.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I would sit there and
I'm
on my
guilty of the
phone,
first one, not guilty of the second one.
you pop right up.
But it's because I'm pushing so much. I'm like a little rabbit, man. You should. If I went and took a shit right now, none of you would believe I took a shit.
You're quick. You're in
They
and
go
out.
0 chance digest shit, dude. But like
Really?
I'm in like a rabbit. Pop, pop, I'm fucking out.
See, I like to read. I'll sit there and read a book. I'll read on my phone.
Oh, interesting. Well, you're a family guy. You're trying to get away from the wife.
That's a
and
big
kids.
one too,
Yeah.
man. The shit break for real is serious because
I
it's
know.
like, and it's like you both police each other. 'Cause
Value
it's like,
time.
you don't want to go back because you're sitting there like I'm like I got to shit, and you're
Yeah.
just free because it's like you're at a job all the
Yeah,
time. So then
for
you're
sure.
like, I got to shit, and my wife and she's like, I got to shit. You're just like, you fucking motherfucker, and
Yeah.
I'll be like, don't be fucking around your phone. Come right back because I know she's fucking around on her phone.
because you know what you do.
I do it.
Oh, hey, it's perfect.
Don't be fucking around your phone. And you start being like, are you almost done? You start kind of being like, give her 10 minutes max. You're like, all right, let's go. She'll be like, well, are you done up there? And I'm like, yeah, I'm done
We
right
know
now.
what you're doing in there. You're on Candy Crush. I can hear it going,
It's
"Well,
huge, man.
excellent, or whatever.
Especially if you're reading a book, I'll get like engrossed in it. You just forget. You're just like, damn, this is awesome. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, oh shit, I got down there. But
Yeah.
dude, I got that one, and it like, I was in school. I went to school for social work like years ago in 2020, which was kind of fun. But I remember I was like had to go to a test, and I had to like jam. I think it popped, but I was worried.
Oh, no.
Well, I was waiting for it to pop, and so I had to like put toilet paper between my ass cheeks. So I had to like do something that day in front of the class.
Little man pond.
Exactly. So it really was. And
did
like,
you get the smell?
I think it popped at home, and I don't remember getting the smell.
Okay.
Hey guys, let me tell you something real quick. I'm sorry to just break in on an awesome time like this, but guys, you got to know this. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. Join over 10 million users and sign up today. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday. Each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Real money. Which players are going off, which ones aren't. Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your sports opinions into real money all season long on Prize Picks. I mean, that sounds like some really great information that I'm very happy I have. Guys, did you hear all that? 25% off. Real money. It doesn't get better than real money. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DRENCHED to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DRENCHED on Prize Picks. To get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Yeah. Hey, guys. You know what we could all use a little more of? Getting off asses. They had a typo. Getting off asses. Not even our asses. Just if you're just laying on someone else's like a pillow and just breathing in that smell. With bold flavors and a crisp, refreshing citrus kick, Mountain Dew gives you that extra push to get moving and feel like you're on top of the world. A world where the sun's always shining, your crew's ready for action, and unforgettable adventures are just around the corner. Oh my God, personal endorsement. Here we go. Call out my favorite flavor. Guys, I'm a classic man. I like that classic Dew. They're giving me some verbiage to use. They want me to go with great tasting, refreshing, and has a citrus kick. How about that? You love drinking something going, wow, that's a citrus kick. That is the best. It helps you connect with others, they're saying. Yeah, that's... It is a treat. That's a nice one. Guys, it's a treat. Helps you celebrate. Helps you express yourself. It helps you take a break. That is amazing. Talk about what game/activity I'd play with friends. Guys, I don't know why they keep making me talk about this. This is like my deep personal life. But me and my friends, we all take the bottle and I hide it. Usually, like, we'll take turns. Like, if me and my friends are hanging out, one of us has a bottle of Mountain Dew down their pants. So every time I see my friends, we like shake hands. I'm like, you got the Dew on you? And like sometimes I'm just grabbing their penis. I'm like, I thought you'd have the Dew. My bad. But every now and again, one of us will be bricked up, but with the Mountain Dew, and we'll pull it out and we just drink it out of each other's flies. Pretty funny. Guys, the mountain is calling. You should answer. Grab your friends, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew wherever refreshing beverages are sold, and do the Dew. You can see this. Contractual purposes. Bang. Lay your eyes on that. Hey guys, real quick, I know, just another quick advertisement. Lucy is made for your nicotine routine and delivered straight to your door. It's 100% pure nicotine and always tobacco-free. Lucy isn't like every other nicotine pouch company that's owned by Big Tobacco. They're like the mom and pop shop of pouches. Have you heard about Breakers? They are nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration. If you know your pouches, you know that the nicotine doesn't hit instantly. And neither does the flavor. The geniuses at Lucy came up with a brilliant way to fix both those problems. They put a mini liquid capsule inside each Breaker's pouch. That is amazing, dude. I like to get the liquid real warm in my mouth, crunch down and go, ugh. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/drenched and use the promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co and use code DRENCHED to get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for children. Just kidding. They're only for adults of legal age, and every product is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. The holidays are all about connecting with loved ones, and there's no better way to do that than with a digital picture frame from Aura. Wirecutter called it the best digital photo frame. Amazing. You can upload your favorite pics of the family to one frame and relive all those happy moments again. Or share big news, like a new addition to the family, maybe? What pictures do you and your family love sharing? It could be cute selfies, vacation pics, or funny photos. I love when my mom will send me very cute selfies every now and again. I go, Mom, you look so attractive right now. I'm so happy for you, Mom. Who are you going to gift this frame to? What big surprise do you have planned? I'm going to send some, I don't know if you know what boudoir photography is. I'm going to do some boudoir. It's when you go in black and white and you like, it's very sexual. I'm going to send it to my parents, but it's not like pornographic at all. It's very tasteful and just very erotic. I'm going to go black and white, just me on the sheets, just leaving everything to just a tiny cloth over my tiny penis and send it to my parents. And if that's not personal enough, you can upload a video message to play on the frame as soon as they plug it in. So the first thing they hear is your voice and how much you love them all. Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling carver mat frames by using promo code MSSP at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code MSSP. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
Wait, so how do you? I don't know if you guys want to even talk about this, but do you have to get like surgery to get rid of it, or
no? You can,
or just wait.
You can.
Last time I had one, I had to go. It was I was hanging out with Shane and Tony, and they were doing a thing for next in line, not the NFL, whatever NIL deals, and it was just so big. I was just sitting on it, and it was fucking.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, I went to the hospital. I went to the urgent care.
Yeah,
and I like popped in the urgent care. So the guy was like, "Luckily, it popped before I had to do anything." It was like crazy.
Yeah, I feel real lucky, Doc. Thanks.
Yeah. He was just like squeezing my ass the whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm such a bitch about these kind of things. Like,
dude, it hurts.
I just was washing my ass too thoroughly.
Yeah.
So it was just dry, but it was so itchy that I was like, I've got to go to a professional. You know, I'm 40
crazy.
now. I want to see what's going on. And he was like, you're washing your ass too much. Like,
what's your ass washing regimen?
Well, I would just get in the shower. I would just use like shower gel or soap to just make sure my asshole's clean.
Yeah, it's drying
but like
you
I'm
out.
using all these soaps and things. But anyways, so once I saw him, he's like, "Your asshole's fine." You know, he's like, "You just need to not be."
How did you show the doctor your asshole? By the way,
I had to do the whole thing.
Like bend over.
Well, I laid on the bed thing because he gave me the whole 40-year-old check after
Okay,
that.
so he
I
gave
figured
you-
like I'm at the age. Let's just check.
Yeah.
while
My
I'm in there.
my asshole's fucked
Right.
up. I've never had a dry asshole. I'm more of a humid guy.
Oh, so dry.
dude.
It was like
You
I
had,
would itch it.
you had a chapped ass.
Yeah, I would itch it so much that it would like bleed, and I was like, I need to go because I'm itching it up. But what I was gonna say is like, if you could have, I'm a confident guy. I was such a bitch when I was like in there. I kept saying sorry to him. I was like, I'm sorry. He's like, you're all right. I do this every day. And then I was like, he's like, it's just dried out. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. He's like, you don't have to keep.
What was the? Just holding your dick.
I just kept going, man. I'm so sorry. Dude. I felt like MacGruber. Like, I'll suck your dick, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I fucked my ass up, Tom.
Yeah, I felt
have
terrible.
one job to keep my ass all right, and I fucked it up.
I was like, I feel terrible. I had to come in here, waste your time. I don't even have a thing.
You're on antidepressants
Yeah,
now. You're
dude.
like, my whole fucking life's over.
I don't know why I felt so strange.
Sorry, sir.
I had a show. Yeah, I had a show. So I was getting eczema. I didn't realize it was eczema, and it fucking hit my dick. But the problem was, it was around that area. So I thought it was ringworm. So I was just bombing it with like Lotrimin cream, and I wrecked my dick for like 2 months, and it was just dry and red.
That's a terrible feeling.
And I had to go to it. Finally, I was like, fuck, I gotta go to an urgent care. And I go in, and it was, first the nurse had to look at just my shriveled, tiny red penis.
It's the worst,
And
dude.
I was like, all right, I did that. I'm like, whatever. I think I had showed a dermatologist earlier who had no idea. Oh, no, I think the dermatologist actually
This is before
saved
you
me.
had a family and all that.
No, I had a family.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had a family. So I'm
Jesus.
like, it was terrible. But I had to, so I do that. I go to the urgent care. A nurse looks at it. Like, oh, let me bring someone in. Dude, the biggest black guy I've ever met in my life. Like, I swear to God. He's like, I got to take a look at that. And I was like, okay. And it was him and then 2 nurses because they were arguing whether it was ringworm or something else.
Oh, no.
Like that. And then so it's just this dude and just 2 ladies had all be like, having like, I don't think it's that. Like, and I'm just sitting there.
They're
like,
using democracy. Let's take a vote. on that.
But then eventually I went to, and that, like, nothing came of that. They gave me whatever, and then I had to go to a dermatologist. They were the ones who prescribed the steroid ointment, and they were like, no, that's not what this is at all. And then they cleared up. up. But I had to
That's
show,
great.
and then
How good was
dermatologist-
that feeling to not every time you go to the bathroom reminded of the problem that you have? Like
It
to
was
have
crazy.
it just
I mean,
complete.
dude, it was itchy and dry.
Yeah.
But my dick, and it was it would like go away and flare up and go away. And it was just kind of like it was shit I was eating, I think. But yeah, and then the dermatologist was also a beautiful woman,
Ugh.
and just had to and I had to go back and be like,
I got kicked out of an STD clinic because I refused to like cooperate with the nurse.
What do you mean?
I wanted to just get sometimes I would just randomly go get STD checks because like I would break up with a girl and then hook up with a couple other girls, and then that girl would be like, I know you were fucking around when we broke up, like I want you to go prove you don't have anything. It always comes back clear. I'm not hooking up with
my thing's
homeless
like,
chicks.
you get a test, and then if you don't have anything, I don't have anything.
Yeah, why do I have to prove the paperwork?
Yeah.
But they'll be like, well, I haven't slept with anyone. I was like, all right, then I'll just say that too. Like, why
Yeah,
can't, if
true,
we're just
true.
using an honor system?
That makes sense. You took a break and then came back.
So I'm in there, and she just was asking all these questions, and I was like in one of my Jeff Dye moods. You know, she was like, she's like, how many partners have you had? I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. And she's like, I need to know. I was like, no, you don't. You don't need to know. And the nurse was like, I have to ask you this. I was like, I know.
Damn, she hit you with you probably sleep with a lot of girls, don't you?
That's what it felt like to me. And maybe it was because I was projecting on her from like the conversation I just had with my girlfriend or something. She's like,
Probably
well,
fuck guys all
how
the
many
time.
partners have you had? And I was like, if it's more than 0, check my dick. And she goes, sir. And I was like, no, but that's true.
Yeah.
Just check my penis.
She wanted to know your body count, dude.
Well, that's the thing.
She was like, bro, your body count's high as hell.
Yeah, check.
Yeah,
just if I have, let's say I had checks with 1,000 women, are you going to check it more thoroughly?
Yeah.
Just check my cock. Like, what's the problem?
It's for the government.
Why?
They need to know.
That is a
They
fair
just need
question.
to know.
No, that is a fair
They
question.
don't need to know any of that.
All they need to know is did you ever have sex before? And you're like, yeah,
Right.
I did. And they go, all right, well, check your dick.
Yeah, because I said
If you
0.
were a girl, there's no way they would do that.
Yeah.
If you were a girl and they're like, how many people you have sex with? That'd be kind of like offensive for girls.
Any number
Yeah, I
over
thought it
one
was
is a slut.
strangely. My guy. Yeah, it was so weird, and they didn't want any of my bullshit. And so
So you got kicked out.
I got kicked out before they did the test.
What'd you have to do then?
I lied to my girlfriend. I was like, "Yeah, got checked. We'll see."
Yeah. Pretty cool. A lot of good people up that
Yeah,
place.
great spot. You were done quick. I know.
Yeah.
Why is the date on this STD thing wrong?
Why didn't you just say I don't know, 5? You should have been like a girl. Like 4.
Yeah. I
don't
guess I
know.
wanted to check too, in my mind I'm like, maybe I do have something. You know?
You should have been like, I only eat pussy. So I don't know, whatever that counts as.
should be furious. You've never ate my pussy. I'm like, sorry. It's kind of an other girl thing.
I haven't been to the doctor in years. I can't wait to go back and answer the hard questions.
Dude,
I'm
I
gonna
was
tell them I do
pissed.
crystal meth. I'm like, yeah, I do crystal meth.
Yeah, that's what we should be lying. Over exaggerate everything to our physicians to see if they'll check us
Yeah,
different.
or if it's like, you give blood, like, have you had sex with a man in Africa after 1975? Just be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, tons of
Oh
times.
yeah.
Run that twice.
Put it in the centrifuge. Yeah, I want to go back to the doctor and just while out and just be like, oh yeah. Dude.
The questions are in strange orders too. Thinking about that one, because I went to before we went to Africa, we had to get like a bunch of shots and stuff, and not for COVID, don't worry. And they were like, they're like, have you had sex with anyone? Oh no, have you been to Africa? And we're like, no, we're going to Africa.
Mm.
And the next question is like, have you had sex with anyone in Africa? I was like, well, no, I haven't been to Africa.
there,
like
yeah.
the questions were just like strangely worded.
Yeah, that's kind
Yeah,
of weird.
thought
Wait,
I
so
was
to get into Africa, you got to be like a virgin, or you got to be like, I've never fucked anyone from
I
this
guess
country?
I don't know. It's just maybe a part of the 1,000 questions they asked me.
That's fucked up though, because no
Yeah.
other country is like, have you fucked anyone from here before? It is, because they asked you that on blood tests. Like, if you
Yeah.
fucked somebody from Africa in
Yeah, this is a
1970,
racist question.
it is
isn't
kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
If you're gonna give your blood, they're like,
Yeah, this African fucker.
you fucked an African man in 1975.
You don't want Jeff's blood. He's fucking all these people in Africa.
I had one summer.
You had a wild,
1975.
had a hot African
Yeah,
summer.
me
Yeah.
and Jane Goodall.
And it's ruined my medical history. Me and Jane Goodall is the fucking best example I've ever heard.
Yeah, I haven't been to the doctor in such a long time. I stopped going around COVID.
Oh,
I was
really?
just done with it. Yeah,
Done
just,
with
they got real
doctors.
pushy, and I was just kind of like, every time I go there, they're like, oh, your cholesterol looks good, and I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking, I don't care about that.
Yeah, doctors are just pill salesmen now.
Well, they
I
are.
believe that.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try to find one that I like. That just like, dude, run my blood, look for stuff that's actually important.
Right.
Like I don't give a
I
fuck.
find myself being dishonest with my doctors.
Everybody, they account for that. When they ask you about drinking,
good.
they kind of like triple it usually or double.
Yeah,
it.
they'd be like, "How much are you drinking?" And I was like, I don't know. He's like, "Well, like 3 times a week," and I almost like laughed out loud, like, "What a fucking pussy!" Thinks I drink 3 times a week. Yeah. And then he's like, "Oh, more?" And I was like, "Yeah. How about every day since 2001? Is that a lot?"
Yeah, true. That'll do it. I'm actually
20-year bender.
I kind of keep them on the outs about everything. I'm like, nah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't really drink that much, but I'm always just like, I don't. What the fuck? Why you don't need to know this?
That's what I'm saying. Just check our bodies.
Yeah, see what I'm.
These questions are very intrusive.
Yeah, even like, do you smoke weed? I'm like, actually, lately I've been like, yeah. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I get high and I freak the fuck out.
You guys like weed? You guys good at it?
Yeah.
I was, and then recently it's been like kind of it's been like a back and forth thing. It's like Russian roulette. Every now and again I can have like an amazing time, and then I can just have like the most harrowing afternoon where I'm just freaked out.
Yeah, see, I hate
just
it.
Racing.
And all my friends that smoke weed fucking love you boys, but you're losers. You know, like it's I don't like.
How do you figure?
They're not like high achieving. You know, they're just doing nothing.
That's some people can smoke weed and get
do
stuff
nothing.
done. Some people
I don't
can
know
get it done.
anyone that's thriving.
Such a lame take.
All my
Such a lame take.
all my alcohol friends are fine, successful. All my friends that like doing mushrooms, they won't shut the fuck up about it. They're happy as hell. They're making relationship connections. They're doing beautiful things with their mind. And then all my weed friends fucking not doing shit.
It can happen. That people can burn out. I think, our founding fathers smoked weed. Definitely not a patriot, but the
they probably
the weed got too
did
strong.
good things. Then they smoked weed.
No way, dude. Dude, here's the thing: the weed's gotten too strong. I agree.
Okay.
It's gotten way too strong, and it's like I have found. I like to get it's called type 2 cannabis. It's half CBD, half THC.
Okay.
It's chill. If you smoke dabs and stuff, I do think that kind of can fuck people up.
Interesting.
There are some people that can do it that are lawyers.
All right, maybe here's where I'll adjust. I'm teachable. Here's the thing. Just enjoy it, right? Like I had to ask you. I didn't come in here and you're like, oh, it's fucking, we got the weed painting. I got a marijuana leaf on my laptop. I'm like, those are the guys I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
Who can't even talk to me at a fucking smoothie place without taking a rip off some mechanical weed thing. That's
true.
who I'm talking about.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
There's
Kevin Smith, or these fucking losers that have some teenage obsession with weed. That's who I'm criticizing. Not a man with a wife and kids and a successful career.
but here's the thing. It is fair because it does fuck up for me, it does fuck up productivity. I have to wait till I'm done everything. If I'm like, I'm going to smoke weed and get creative and write, I'll just go for a walk.
Yeah, the kids fall off the balcony and you're like, oh, sorry.
The dabs were where I smoked weed since I was little, and then there was the dabs, and that's where I was like, I stopped. I was like, that's too much. When the dudes just like blast the thing on a. Did you ever see that? It's just like a concentrated wax.
Yeah, it's
I watched that occur, and I was like,
scientific.
that's too much.
Dab is weed crack, basically.
It is
100%.
But I will say, smoking a little bit of weed and watching a movie, it's the best. Going to the movies and smoking weed, it's the best.
I like starting a project and then start smoking, so then I'm in it already. So then I just keep going through.
Okay.
Yeah, that is.
What kind of project though?
It's like
Give me an
a video.
example.
I just edit videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say
something you got to get done. I see.
Yeah.
I will say that does help.
Fair.
I will say if you smoke weed while you're not doing anything, for me, I'll bug out sometimes, and then it's like I'm like, why did I do this? I'm bugging out. But if I have a task, I will still be bugging out, but I'll be so engrossed in the thing, it can have like an energizing effect.
Okay.
Where I'm like kind of bugging, where I'm like, I got to get this done. And just kind of ride out the physical discomfort. But it is one of those things where you smoke weed. I got to the point where I'd be like, why am I high right? I don't even enjoy this. I would just be high and like freaking out and thinking about stuff that I would forget instantly. And I'd be like, why do I like this? And then you just freak out about that. And it's like, so I do agree.
Potheads are so optimistic too. Like
until bedtime.
Well, no, they'll say, no, I mean, they're optimistic about pot.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll be like, oh, I hated that, and they're like, you got to try a different strand, and I was like, all right, and then we'll try a different. I'm from Seattle, so it's been legal my whole life.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, all right, try this, and then I've had like after 30 times, I'm like, I think I just don't like this.
Yeah, this is not for me.
And they're like, but try. Have you tried sativa or is it like? And I'm guys, I can't.
And all of that's bullshit too. They're so like mixed together now too, and they're
Yeah.
like, dude, no, like there's like you're more of this, and if you have now, it's like they'll be like, well, probably that terpene probably doesn't. Now like you need more humulene. It's like, dude, you have no fucking idea.
When I got a DUI, they weren't like, maybe try brandy. What was it? Scotch? You were drunk on scotch?
Yeah, it is. It is one of those things where it's like I've been smoking weed since I was like 14.
Okay.
I like it, but it's like as I've gotten older, it's become less and less. And I used to be high all day, like
Really?
for years. Oh my dude,
You were like a rapper.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just high, and I was also selling weed, just stoned all the time. It's I was a lot like
You
a
were in the
rapper.
market, dude.
I was a lot like a rapper, but it was it is weird. I will say there's a point when you smoke weed when you're younger, and it's like before you have like stuff to bug out about as much. You feel like you're on the limitless drug. You're just kind of like, dude, I'm so fucking smart. Then you forget it all though. You go home and you're literally like, what the fuck was I thinking about? But there was like a 4-year period in my life that I was high all the time selling weed, and I was like, dude, I might be the smartest guy ever. And
Do you
then,
like mushrooms?
I love mushrooms.
Yeah, me
mushrooms,
too.
I think, are greater than weed. I would say.
Oh, way better. And also, like, I feel like that made me smarter.
Yeah.
My friends all say to me, like, dude, you came back different. Like, it, like, changed something in there.
What did you do? What was your mushroom experience? Like, what did you do?
So, like, how much? Or, like, where was I
How much? Yeah,
setting-wise?
the whole thing. What did
Okay, so my first time ever, I knew I wanted to do it for a long time. And my boy Randy Valerio was like, he's like king mushroom guy. So he was like, I got you. Like, you know, just tell me when. So we've planned this trip out to like, what's the hottest desert in the world? It's in California.
The Gobi?
No, it's it doesn't really matter. It's like
Death
this.
Valley?
Yeah, it's like where they film like Star Wars. Some of the things I can't remember. Yeah, Death Valley.
Tatooine.
Yeah, Death Valley.
Death-
sorry.
yeah.
So we go to Death Valley and we waited till nighttime, and then we just all took a shit ton of mushrooms. It was just
Awesome.
3 of us dudes who like trust each other and know each other, and it was the most beautiful experience of my life.
It's awesome.
It was absolutely incredible, and we took a lot. And then so after that, every couple months, right? It wasn't like a daily thing. Slowly built up to like 4.5 grams is like what we would. That's
Nice.
like the dose we.
Yeah.
We only go like full journey. We're not doing like a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you sleep in the desert? Did you like camp in there? Or
We had a hotel room, but
you
we
were
were
glamping. You guys were glamping.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah. We went to the
I'm a
woods to
glamping-
do
I'm a
that.
glamping guy. I
And
am
then
a
walked across the street to our hotel.
I'm a
yeah.
glamping guy myself, dude.
Yeah.
I enjoy, give me an indoor. Give me
No
like
one's
a
ever
yurt.
taken me real camping.
Me either.
I want to go real camping.
I've never done it either, honestly.
Yeah.
It's overrated.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's overrated?
You got to sleep in a tent and shit in the ground.
I would rather be outside all day and then hit like a yurt.
But I just want to do it
Yeah.
for a couple days or something. Or even just one day.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, is like my buddies go, we'll take you camping. And I've had girls go, we'll take you camping. And then they take me to some national park where I can see other people like me, setting up their stupid picnic
be in
table.
nature,
I go,
yeah.
I want
It's
to be like in a movie, like when
Yeah.
you're like, here's where we have to set the tent down.
Yeah.
Dude, I agree.
Bigfoots and
I've never gone camping,
Eat
and
our friends.
I've like we were like put a tent in my backyard and like sleep back there. It doesn't
Yeah.
count, but like I want to go. But I have 2 daughters, so I'm like waiting to see if either of them want to go camping. And
Yeah,
I'm
that'd
gonna
be perfect.
spearhead. 'Cause my wife has no interest in it at all.
Really?
0.
I don't want to do it for like a month. I don't want to like,
Matt,
Not even a night.
if I can speak on behalf of your wife, city blacks hate like grass.
I know.
Yeah.
My wife's black from Chicago. She does not want to camp it whatsoever.
Yeah.
But my daughters, the
Well,
white
they're-
side of them might whisper to them,
yeah, might crave it.
let's sleep on
And then they'll be like, Mom was right. This
Yeah,
sucks.
true. This is fucking
Yeah.
bullshit. Yeah, bare feet
I
on
like
the
you
ground
said
too.
city blacks. That's a funny. Is that a
It's just
term?
City blacks, country blacks,
Yeah.
rural blacks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
a mix of a city and a rural black.
Interesting.
you are a little
the perfect
country.
blend.
Yeah,
You are
I'm
a little
country. I'm
country.
a little country.
Oh
Perfect.
man, I had to do I didn't have to. I got to do a project in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and it like changed my perspective on black people. I was like,
Yeah.
God did this to keep me from being racist.
But in
Oh, in
Atlanta?
Atlanta?
All my favorite people in the world.
Yeah.
Like-
What was the project?
It was like a game show where we would shoot like 10 episodes a day. It was like quite a grind of work, but it made me there for like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And like I had to live in a hotel. So every day I would see black women that like, Southern black women who worked at the front. I'd have, if I was going to eat food at a restaurant, it was just all these like Southern Atlanta black people. And I was like, my favorite group of humans. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Took you down. Yeah,
I like church city black people.
You know,
Yeah.
Atlanta has the highest percentage of black people with AIDS.
Really? How do you know that?
Jesus, Lemaire.
It's a strange stat.
Yeah, because I don't know why, but
All those download brothers went to Atlanta.
I could guess.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
you nailed it.
What?
The down lows in Atlanta. That's where they go.
Really?
They go down low.
I was just going off if there was a ton of gay black dudes.
Oh well, they're all in Atlanta too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm just going off the Bravo network.
Yeah.
The Bravo network is just gay black guys in Atlanta on every show.
Dude, Atlanta rules. This is like best city, dude.
Damn, so that's where homo thugs go to have sex
Yeah.
with men on the low, Atlanta?
Yeah.
Shit. Doesn't look good for Tyler Perry.
Dude, Tyler Perry.
He fucking built. He's bricks and mortar down there, dude.
Yeah, dude. And in his studio, every building is named after other famous black people.
Really?
It's probably not looking good for those guys either. There's like a Will Smith studio, Jamie Foxx.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like a Diddy Party alum.
Yeah. When are we going to get this list?
Yeah, they're not going to give it,
Also,
man.
there's like once the list comes out, no one will care.
Yeah.
They did that Epstein Island list. People were interested about it for like 30 minutes.
Well, Stephen Hawking's was a revelation. That was crazy.
That was a big one.
David Copperfield. But then I was just like,
but
dude,
nothing happened.
no.
David Copperfield.
He did a show last night in Vegas. It changed nothing.
I know. That didn't change it. And then the Diddy Party stuff, everyone's going, well, I was there, but I left at 3 a.m. And
Yeah.
after I leave, that's when everyone.
Sure.
It's like, hey, how do you know? B.
Yeah.
But it's also, dude,
So no one's going to care.
it's also kind of bullshit, in my opinion, to be like, if you're in the 90s getting freaky as hell,
Yeah.
you're getting accused now. It's like, dude, the 90s were genuinely totally different. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's like it sucks, but it's
Right.
also like,
Well, and also people are just inconsistent. The real rule, the way, or not rule, but the real way people navigate their minds is if you like the person, you're fine with it, and if you don't like them, then you're outraged.
yeah, burn them on a cross.
Yeah. David Bowie like admitted in his book to like banging 13-year-olds,
Yeah.
but it's David Bowie, so they go, oh,
Yeah,
that guy rules.
Anthony Kiedis is in his book. He was like, he had sex with a 16 or 17, but he
Yeah.
wrote it. It's like, I feel like when people tell on themselves, you're like, all right, bro. Okay.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, dude, that's a sick story.
This guy's owning it.
But it really looks good on you.
Man.
He's doing the 8 Mile, man. He's trying to get ahead of it.
True.
Oh, what are you gonna say now?
Yeah.
Oh, so I gave Quaaludes to a girl.
It also there's also an aspect. There's an. You think Cosby's bad? Check out my book.
Yeah.
I think there is an aspect too. It depends on what you have. Like if you're in command of like an important cultural job that other people want, there's
Yeah.
more of an uproar around your misdeeds than if you like don't really have much going on.
That's why
People
the
like,
Diddy
whatever.
list is so interesting.
Yeah.
Because if he was just guilty of being nefarious as like a rock star or thug rapper would be, it would be no story. But black people are still working on the gay shit. You know, every group's got their own things they're working on. So
Yeah.
this one is encroaching into a new territory for them.
Yeah. Freaky,
Yeah.
freaky ass
They're
bulls.
going, oh,
It's freaky
shit,
ass
this
bulls.
is,
6'9" guy.
Well, he also like he was also like not only that, but apparently according to all like the court stuff, he would like imagine if I brought you in here and I was just like, oh dude, this would be a sick podcast, and the whole time during breaks I was just like goosing you. He was like doing that,
That would
but
rule.
then being like, but then holding like a genuine like, you know, like I'm gonna give you $1 million to produce this project. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh fuck yeah. But then the whole time he'd be like
I know.
spreading you open, like, let me see that chap little fucking.
It is weird. I'm
He was just and you're like, that was his real crime.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
He's like,
just
you know how
the
much
gay-
oil I have here, Jeff? I can help this.
It wasn't even just the gay freaky stuff. It was like, I mean, that is
Yeah.
obviously for sure. Nobody likes that at all. But it's like, especially you're talking about like the black community. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. Don't fuck around. They don't fuck around about gay stuff at all.
Yeah.
And then it was like the power of being like basically holding someone prisoner.
I always think about that. Like, I always like to think that, like, if my boss of anything I had, I mean, it's hard for me to try to pretend to be someone else. That's why I struggle with it.
Yeah.
But it's like, if my boss was like doing things, I'm such a impulsive person that I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I would just like blow it up. I wouldn't be able to keep a secret
Yeah,
to
true.
keep a career or job.
Then I'll enter this into the equation. You're going to the parties. He's like, you're getting blown. He's
Yeah.
hooking you up. It's crazy. And then at the end
Oh,
of it,
yeah.
you know, he slept a little something in your drink, and then he just fucking started goosing you.
Yeah.
You're like, boy, what the fuck? I like
That
all
one
this other
part was
stuff.
weird,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like all this other stuff. But come on, man, this
I'll
is-
just bottle that up for later when I fucking kill my wife at age 55.
I'm love, Jeff. You gotta like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. It's kind of going away now, though. I feel like people don't really. They use. I think it might have been a kind of heightened during the election because it was kind of like shame on the libs.
Sure.
That was lib shame.
for
Epstein.
sure.
Epstein was like everyone was caught in that, but the Diddy stuff was kind of like shame on the libs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does suck. You don't get. There's no closure on it. It's just kind of like, yeah, that guy was raping kids, and anyway, back to work, everybody.
I know,
and you're
it's crazy, like the what people care about or pretend to care about. Because of the Diddy list too, they'll just go, "Yeah, he was at a party. You can't prove he did anything." Well, that's like Chris Tucker went to Epstein Island.
I know,
like 3 times, and he's like, "I played golf. I didn't even know they were doing that there." You know, but I mean, maybe he's telling the truth, maybe he's not. But it's like you'll always have that out. Like I just went there because they're rich guys. You know?
I know.
So like. Who wouldn't have wanted to go to a P. Diddy party before you knew what a P. Diddy party was doing?
Everyone would have went. Every single person who's being like fucking weird bullshit. If they had gotten invited in 1997,
I
would have
still
been like,
go
because I only learned. He knows the consequences. Yeah,
maybe start keep it alive. Keep tradition alive.
It's like when I go to parties now and I'm like, I don't drink.
Yeah,
like you just be like, oh no, I'm not doing the raping thing. Yeah. You guys have fun though. I'm just happy to be here. Got to pick with J-Lo.
How's not drinking been? It's been great. You're off the sauce.
Yeah, totally sober. Yeah,
That's
I feel
nice.
great. It's been amazing.
Nice. And it's one of those things that is like everywhere, but once you don't do it, you're like, it's just, it's great for you. Everyone else has a problem. They go like, what the fuck is your problem?
I feel like because it was such a big part of my lifestyle that like there's some disappointment, but then also like my buddies have been kind of supportive of like, dude, you're way more fun to be around. Like you don't just ditch us for a chick at like 10 p.m. or like
hammered.
Like we're having actual conversations and cigars, and you know we're connecting in ways that we didn't used to. So it's been mostly positive. It occasionally rears its head.
Yeah.
Like I think I've dodged a real. Last night I did Kill Tony. And afterwards, everyone hangs out at the bar called Mitzi's. Yeah. And there was like this girl who might have been one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. But she was just so intoxicated that like I left. She terrified me. Just her being near me was so scary. And if I was old Jeff, we would have definitely been...
Well, you'd have been so hammered that, you would have gotten drunk and been like, that is such a tricky one, man. They're like, drunk women were like boons back in the day. Like, what a glorious bounty. Why did the universe provide me? Now you're like... Yeah, it's like, dude, get the fuck away from me.
Exactly. I wanted nothing to do with it. She kept grabbing my face. I was like, hey, don't fucking touch me.
Get off me. Get a fuck.
Normally, yes, but like you're so drunk.
Yeah.
That's the bad part about being a guy, too, in modern times, at least in America. It's like, not only if I'm drunk do I have to be responsible for drunk Jeff's behavior, and it will be held accountable in a court of law, but I have to also be responsible for her drunkenness.
Yeah.
It's like I have to be responsible for both of us.
Dude, someone's got to do it.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. It's like, yeah, dude, you shouldn't be that drunk,
right?
Especially if you're a girl, it's like, yeah, you should in theory just be like, let me get you home, you lady. You seem pretty inebriated. There's a lot of bad guys out here.
It's tough to be responsible for both of us when I'm hammered.
It is bullshit. That's the thing. Somebody's got to pull their pants up.
So last night I had to be responsible for her. Like I was like, hey, we can't. I'm not gonna even touch you.
That's the thing. As every.
But if I was drunk, Jeff, we'd have fucked in the bathroom.
That's why it's a sin to be that drunk.
I know.
You should be punished for that.
Somebody else touched you, dude.
This all took a real turn here.
You should. You shouldn't get that drunk. It's unbecoming of anyone.
I know.
But as a woman, it's like it's understandable.
Yeah.
But as a guy, it's like, it's completely ridiculous to be that drunk.
I know. Yeah.
But no, it is crazy to
My
be like,
worst
we're both
behavior
we're both blacked out and I go to jail.
Right, it's crazy.
It is bullshit.
That is the rules.
But I'm just trying to take dudes to the next level right now.
It's beautiful.
You shouldn't be no one should be that
with
drunk.
This headset and this, it does feel like a church. It does. Like the earlier analogy is perfect, like it is. That's why it's a sin to be that drunk, Jeff.
It's an absolute sin. You shouldn't be that drunk, or you should always have your wits, that's where coffee came that's like coffee caught on in America because it was like a total counterpoint to alcohol.
Interesting.
Because alcohol was so prevalent in everyday life where like the water quality wasn't great. So you would just chug like a pint of ale and go hit the farm.
Wow.
And then people started being like, dude, alcohol is bullshit. And they started drinking, like people didn't know the numbers on coffee. So they'd have like 9 cups of coffee a day.
Yeah.
And just coffee shops were...
Europe must be pissed about that espresso martini. Well, dude, they're like, these fucking idiots is supposed to be for the...
yeah, dude. Well, no, even in America, you would like coffee shops before computers, you would drink like 12 espressos and just stand there and be like, I'm from Michigan. I'm in the lumber company. And you would network with other like, just jacked up entrepreneurs.
That's why I shit so fast, dude. I'm having like 10 coffees.
That'll
a day.
get you, yeah.
I've already had 2 coffees this morning before I got here.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm off of caffeine.
Off of that?
Totally off of caffeine. I think
that's harder to get rid of than alcohol.
I would say 1,000%.
Yeah.
I would much rather get crushed coffee early in the morning than drink any day of the week.
Really?
I fucking love caffeine.
Yeah. And
but
it's
I'm
habitual.
sensitive. I'm sensitive to it.
I wouldn't even know what to do with my day if I didn't have coffee.
Well, let me tell you about raw
because I
milk.
like the whole process.
So do I.
Yeah.
I drink decaf. So I'll drink totally decaf coffee. I started drinking raw milk recently.
Real milk?
Raw milk.
What is raw milk?
Raw milk is when they don't pasteurize it. You don't.
How do you
heat it
get
up.
that?
Get it from a farmer.
Okay.
You got to sign up
I
in
don't know any
Texas.
fucking farmers.
Google, brother. In Texas, you just Google. We have to go to a farmer's market, but you have to order it a week before because they don't you can't buy it on the spot. Dude, I'm not lying. I don't care about raw milk. I never cared. I was like, let me just try it because I was curious. I heard it helps with like dairy intolerance.
Yeah.
Dude, I started drinking this 4 days ago. I feel amazing.
Really?
And I looked it up because I was like, the fuck's in this shit?
Yeah.
All the vitamins, it's a complete food. All the vitamins and minerals they have, I think if you took a vitamin, raw milk has every single thing in that vitamin. They have, vitamin A, B's, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
There's a couple they don't have a lot of, and every mineral, and it's all wildly bioavailable.
How are you drinking this shit? Like just
Dude,
straight out of a glass?
Straight out of a glass.
Oh my God.
I make decaf coffee and I pour a ton of raw milk in there. And dude, I swear to God,
yeah.
I'm not making this up. If I feel amazing.
Really?
I'm sleeping better. It's insane. It apparently has like hormone effects. It does all kinds of shit.
That is the next part. I shook the booze thing, which I feel great about. I'm very proud of it. It's been a year and 2 weeks. But the thing with I'm eating trash, dude.
Eating bad.
I've been eating bad for a long time.
It's tough. You're
That's
traveling
the tough
a lot, I'm
one.
guessing.
Yeah, McDonald's is available.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, when I
How many
know what I
points
do?
you got?
You know what I do?
Yep.
No, I don't
You
got
don't-
the
you
app.
don't have the
collect
he has the
points,
app.
dude?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah,
You know what I
collect the
do though?
points.
When I go away for the weekend, I'll go food shopping, get a rotisserie chicken
Yeah.
and some fruit.
But I don't even do that at my own home, let alone if I was on the road.
But no, I'm telling you, dude, get on the raw milk train, dude.
All right, yeah, I'll check it out.
You could probably get it in LA. There's a lot of
for
that.
sure, dude.
I swear, I'm not. I want someone else to drink this shit because it's
Yeah.
like I can't believe how
It's a superfood.
it is, dude.
Yeah.
It is. Although it is tied to. We talked about this on the Patreon thing. It's tied to neo-Nazis, so you can't like. Apparently, milk has like connections to like white supremacy. Due to like the legend that like the ancient Aryans were the only people who could digest
Just making
dairy.
it sound cooler, dude.
It kind of does, dude. It kind of like. So my friend was like, "You gotta be careful with the raw milk. It's like Nazi stuff." And I was like, "How?" And explain it to me. I'm like, "Fuck, dude, that sounds so fucking cool."
But also, it's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
they
insane.
also drank water. Oh, God, I don't want to drink water because they...
Well, there's been articles written about is milk racist, and they're saying like
Oh
because
my
apparently
God.
white people can tolerate dairy as a group combined better than any other group, and they say that that's what the Aryans.
It's pretty
did.
easy to make those statistics when you just lump it as white.
True.
You know how many countries are white?
Yeah, but I think like all of them can have milk. I think if you're not,
Yeah.
like, I think if you're not, like, true, like Eastern Europe, maybe you
Yeah.
might get like the bubble guts for milk. I was
Jews are pretty white. They can't have
white.
anything.
Cheers.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Not even a country.
Right. So it's like the white is so vague.
But I think it's like one of those things like as a group. It was like I think black people get crushed with lactose intolerance, and you guys crush the dairy too.
My guts hurt right now.
That a boy.
Yeah, dude.
I'm doing it for his country though.
Yeah, and Asian people can't fuck with dairy either.
Really, I didn't know that about them.
I didn't know any of this.
Yeah.
Dude.
All
I
right,
got-
but what about Indian guys? They love creamy things.
they do like
Yeah.
creamy things,
And spicy things. Those
but they use
guys.
coconut milk. They use a lot of coconut milk.
Strong guts over there.
Yeah, true. Well, they use coconut milk and like yogurt. A lot of their stuff's yogurt based, which probably lessens the sting. I'm crushing like in the morning 8 ounces of whole milk.
And you enjoy it. It's not like you're
fucking-
trying to get through it for
Oh
the
my
superfood.
god, I love it, dude.
Yeah.
The day I drank it, and again, I have no ties to any sort of milk company. I was taking Zyrtec, so I had, when you take allergy medicine,
Yeah.
you're kind of like, oh, like I had like heavy brain fog. And I wasn't planning on this. I crushed as soon as I got back from the farmer's market. I was like, yes. I poured up a huge glass of milk, crushed it, and dude, within like 10 minutes, I was like, what the fuck? I felt like my
Interesting.
brain just like kicked on. It was nuts,
I'm definitely trying it.
dude. I'm telling you,
I
man.
live in the city that'll be the easiest to find.
for sure.
Yeah.
If you just Google raw milk,
Right, they'll bring it right to my door.
They probably
like I could
will.
have in 15 minutes. He's
Dude.
going a week before, not in L.A.
Yeah, it's on GoPro
Yeah.
right
they
now.
got some bullshit for
yeah,
sure.
Texas, it is bullshit. I guess the wait a week, they don't want them like kind of like letting it sit around for
Yeah.
too long, so they want you like fresh to order,
yeah.
whatever. But my thing is, it's a, there's always like thing like you can get sick. You like with our technology now, they have to be able to test a batch of raw milk to be like, does
Yeah.
this have tuberculosis
Sure.
and all of these other things? You can just test it and like, no, it's
Right.
fine because they're like you could get really sick. It's like
Who said that?
internet. They're like, oh, you can also get this and that, and it's like, dude, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna chug this shit. But
If it's more natural, that should be better.
you would say, but it's,
Yeah.
I get it. Like if it's, when you're milking a cow, like, the cow can just take a shit. They're not like going to be like, excuse me, sir.
Right.
They'll just rip a dump.
Right.
The worry is if it fucking gets into the
Those calves are so strong, I want to be strong as a calf.
But yeah, exactly, dude. It's like breast milk, dude.
Yeah.
You feel fucking. I mean, I'll stop talking about it, but Jesus Christ,
No,
it's been
I like it.
It's been a revelation for me, dude.
I like it.
I
I'll
feel
try. I'll be
amazing.
in, dude. You're gonna get a text from me like in a week. Like I tried it, dude. My brain's on.
You're gonna be firing, dude.
I'm excited.
You're gonna be
But I
fine.
mean, like, I'm gonna be pissed. I'll be like, this shit's not working. I got like a thick milk mustache. I'm just sitting on the couch going, I've been fooled again.
You're just farting nonstop. Yeah.
He told me Nazis did this. It was all part of his get Jeff to do it thing.
No, you're gonna. I'm telling you, man. I'm trying to make everyone in my house drink it, and everyone's like, not feeling it. But
Because it is tough to drink. Like immediately, my brain went to, can I put chocolate syrup in it?
you could if you want it.
Or like if I steam it, does that take some of the?
No, it depends. So if you like, you have to steam it for there's a certain temp, and then I think you'd have to do it for a certain period of time. But I forget what it is. But I think I was worried like if I dump it into hot coffee, does it like
Will that change it? Yeah.
totally
Will it
fine?
curdle?
Oh, interesting.
It's got to hit like 150, I think.
To curdle?
Not to curdle, but to,
Like I used to
destroy
crush
the
like
enzymes.
eggnog, and people were like, "That's disgusting," and I was like, "Yeah, but it's so good."
Eggnog rules.
Yeah, but it's
Eggnog
just
is
so
pretty good, actually.
flavory, and that's the
Yeah.
thing. Is like if I could make it taste like eggnog, I would crush whole, real
Dude,
milk
put it in
all
a
day.
smoothie. You can put it in a smoothie. I'm about to make a raw milk smoothie when we get home, but it's
Now we're
like,
talking.
but you only have like 5 days, so I'm gonna charge up, and then I'm gonna have to go off the juice for a little bit. So
You're in rogue towns. Going, you guys got real milk? And
sipping from the udder.
yeah.
But yeah, I like. I didn't know dairy was like such a big thing where like most people are allergic to it now because the way they do it now, apparently like nobody can really stomach it.
Oh, really?
Because yeah, they like destroys everything. It's like breast milk. How breast milk is really good for you, but if you just fucking like boiled it in a microwave, you've destroyed like it literally like an elixir.
Yeah.
So
That is the new hunting, trying to find things that are good for you.
yeah,
Our ancestors had to be like, go shoot an animal and skin it and whatever and keep it cold and then cook it. Now our hunting is going to the grocery store and finding anything that's good for you.
yeah.
Literally, you could go to Whole Foods. Doesn't matter. Half
Dude.
that's trash.
Dude, 90, if you go to like a convenience store, 99% of the stuff in there is terrible for you.
Oh, yeah, it's all garbage. We're eating
Everywhere.
garbage.
Even Whole Foods, yeah, a lot of it's just like shit and seed oils.
Yeah.
At the grocery store, if you stay, the thing is, if you stay on the outer aisles, it's like produce and then meat. And
But
just kinda
even that
don't-
produce, they found a way to like inject it and do all this shit.
Yeah.
They're
But,
big as shit, these apples.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Or you'll go to like a real health place where they're like, everything in here is good for you, and the carrot's like $20. You're like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, that's the new hunting.
It is. Well, here's the thing too. When people are like the food, like say like organic produce is too expensive, it's like, dude, you'll die if you don't have it.
100%.
Like it should take up, it should be. It does suck, but it's also like even before I did well, I would always spend way more money on food than anything. People spend money on fucking bullshit. It's like, dude, food.
Do you think they're gonna murder us after this podcast for like talking about the food industry like this?
dude? Yeah, I think the jig's up, dude. I think hopefully someone cracks down on them.
They have the new chair lady. You ever see her? Lena something? She's been cracking down on it. She's been getting
Really?
crazy.
Really?
She was like, there was like maybe like a couple weeks ago.
FDA?
Yeah, she was like, there's like a.
They kind of shit the bed pretty hard. the last
No,
couple
dude,
years.
she was like, there was a presentation of them with like, there's like, here's the European version of.
Oh
Fruity
yeah, I
Loops.
saw that. Yeah.
Here's the American
Oh,
version.
right.
Yeah. She's doing that with like all the.
Here's the
Remember,
thing.
Michelle Obama's original thing was like food.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm gonna make it healthy and all these young kids, but we got to do something about it. And it's like someone took her in a back room and was like, listen, bitch, do you know how much money we fucking give you? And then she was like, maybe just go outside and run a little bit. Maybe just run outside. Maybe it's about fitness, 10 minutes a day. You're like, what happened to the food part you were talking about?
Yeah, I don't think nothing happened with that. Yeah,
She
'cause-
changed. She immediately
She
turned it
flipped
into
it.
like a fitness
They're like, "Shut the
thing as
fuck
opposed
up."
to a food thing.
Really?
Yeah, immediately.
Well, dude, they have somehow psyop dudes to be like, it's like pussy shit to worry about food. Because every dude I know, I'm like,
they
yeah,
can
but like,
shame you?
what's in that? They're like, "Pfft, I don't give a fuck. I'll eat this right now. It's like, dude, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
You're going to die.
They're
what is
eating the cardboard that it came in. You're like, no, dude. Like, no, I'm a real man.
My whole family's like that. All my dads and uncles are like, what are you, a fucking girl? I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. They'll eat like 40 cheesesteaks, and it's just like,
Yeah.
dude, you're going to fucking die. I don't know why. It's like crazy. To
I am
worry
trying
about.
to ask my own self, why is that cool?
It's a psyop.
I don't
just-
think it's a psyop. It's just that masculinity is not caring if you die.
It's lazy.
Yeah, that's fair. But also, like, what about peak performance? What about the Da Vinci Man? What about going peak performance, taking yourself to the highest level?
That guy had like 5 brews before he took that pic. That painting.
Yeah. It is like kind of like what makes it cool to be a man, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Just to just dilapidate yourself.
some people think a man has got like a big beard and he doesn't give a shit and he's got an axe, you know? And then some people think like James Bond is cool.
Yeah.
But James Bond is like wearing this fucking 3-piece suit and he's drinking fine vodka,
That's
you know?
true, yeah.
So it's
But
kind of
he's
like
killing people, so that's the thing. If you kill
Yeah.
people, you can dress kind of gay.
but he's got to
People are
eat right, you know, like that.
True, that's
you
true.
got Bond going, well, you guys don't drink real milk, and they go, what a fucking faggot over there. Shut up. You know? So it's like kind of they're both men, but,
then he goes
like you
like,
got to
pew, pew.
decide which man,
True.
you know, you want to be.
It's a fair point. It is.
Yeah.
It's I feel like most people though. It's like if you even bring up like there's a lot of times in private conversation like what is that some of the stuff, but like you get a bunch of dudes together like I don't give a shit about
I know.
that.
Does-
There's something like when girls go out, they go like pamper themselves. When dudes get together, they just try to like destroy themselves.
kind of funny,
Dude,
yeah.
It's kind of sick.
All
Well,
my-
maybe it's a test. Actually, I
Yeah.
think I know the answer to it, but go
No, I
ahead.
was gonna say all my friends, they always like go for like the easiest option. It's like, bro, there's better options. Don't just pick the first one because it's easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lazy.
Yeah, people are dumb and lazy. They're right
Yeah.
about that.
I think that the reason men would do that to each other is it is a test of toughness. It's a test of like, can we you know, oh, you care about that? Like we're tough, you know,
Yeah.
we're tough, and that's healthy because men
True.
have always had to be tough.
That's true, but it's like my thing is like why? Because I've done that. Like I don't give a fuck. I'll eat that. Then I just have like a quiet tummy ache.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah,
like, I don't want this tummy ache.
But the
right
inner
now.
caveman in you back in the day had to like not care about how cold it is because he had to kill a wolf.
Yeah.
You know, so
True.
like there's this idea of like not caring about your well-being
Yeah.
to be a fucking man.
Yeah, true.
You know?
But I every now and again
That's
I'll
still in there.
I'll be real good. I'll be doing well eating. I feel great, and then I'll be like, I can relax, and I'll just get the biggest tummy ache.
Oh,
and be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
why do I do this to myself?
There's
dude,
nothing
every
less
fucking time?
masculine than having a tummy ache.
It sucks, dude. It sucks. Just laying in a hotel room, burping by myself.
But
like,
my tummy.
why the fuck did I eat that? Fuck! I gotta tighten up.
I've never had fish and chips at like a pub and not had a stomach ache.
Yeah, it's every time.
And I've like, I go, I'm never ordering this again. I fucking forget like 6 months later. It's the
Every
worst.
time. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck,
It
dude.
was so good, and I'm hurting.
Every fucking time. Well, I think we covered a lot of topics here. I think we got to the bottom of a lot of things.
I think so too, man.
Jeff Dye, thank you for coming. Lemaire,
Thanks
thank
for
you
having me.
Dude, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks
You're
for
the
thanks
best.
for withstanding
Love you,
this
buddy.
format. What did you think of standing?
I prefer it.
It's kind of nice, right?
It's the future.
I think it's absolutely the future.
Yeah.
Podcasting now, dude, after this election.
Who made them?
Some guy on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah, Chinese guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, also, too. I don't know if I even have the remote on me. I didn't even show you this feature, but yeah, dude, these things go fucking nuts, bro. Let me see.
Yeah, nuts. Oh, there we go. No, he wasn't lying. This is sweet. You should get some pyro in there. It'd be amazing.
Well,
And if
dude,
it goes bad, it'll just be funnier.
hilarious. Oh,
Like if the
fucking thing
pyro
goes off?
screws up, like that'd be,
We could get some baby pyro, probably. No, probably not.
be amazing.
Get a
Just
fog
the
machine.
smoke is collecting in here. It's not even that grandiose.
True. Well, dudes, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Dude, appreciate it. Lemise, thank you, brother. You guys have anything you want to plug, by the way?
Oh, yes.
Go for it.
Please.
Go for it.
December 20th and 21st, I'm going to be at Raleigh. Good nights. Please come. And then January 15th at the Philly Healing. Please go to that too.
Hell yeah.
Great club. Yeah, you can go to jeffdye.com or follow me on my socials, and all my live dates are there.
Right on. Love you guys.